We're mobile.
Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
KTDD Riverside, San Bernardino. Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Now live from Etiwanda High School located in Rancho Cucamonga, it's Coach B.
Andy Turner with Fox Sports 1350. High School Game of the Week.
Coming to you from Etiwanda Eagle Stadium located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho Cucamonga. It's Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week. Along with my IE Sportsnet co-host, Eddie Talbert, I am Brian Arrington. For tonight's matchup, we have Tim Salter and the Upton Scots coming to Etiwanda for a key matchup here on senior night. Now, Eddie, you had a chance to talk to Coach Salter and Coach Davis, and they gave you the key to the game. What are your keys to the game tonight?
The keys to the game are going to be really can Etiwanda work their game plan. Coach Davis talked about they haven't really had that complete game yet where they've just had it and they've had their way and really ran to perfection, but they're really going to work on that. The spotlight players for Etiwanda are going to be star running back Starks, who's really doing a great job of holding down the Etiwanda Eagles offense, as well as quarterback number 7, Hamill.
And Upland won the toss and deferred, and they kicked it off to Etiwanda. He gets the ball at the 10. He's going in the wrong direction, and we'll see. He had a gang tackle on there. That was number 10 that got the ball. Or no, that was not number 10. It looks like that was number 15 or 16.
Yeah, and just to kind of bring that back along, what Etiwanda is going to have to be concerned about is the star. And I mean, this guy is a star quarterback, Baldwin from Upland, comes into this game with 98 completions, 1,666 yards, and 25 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He's going to create problems for the Eagles defense, and they're going to have to really see if they can, settle him down and get him under control.
And Hamill starts off first play. He's going deep. He's got a receiver. And he caught it. And Hamill hits the first play of the game, and that looked like about a 50-yard strike.
And that's Bitterman. That's going to be their receiver right now with Jordan Porter unavailable tonight. They're going to look for big things out of Bitterman, a junior wideout, number 80. He's really done – we've seen it at the beginning of the season, Coach B. He's really been progressing a great deal. Looking for big things out of him tonight.
And that was number 16, and that was Dalen Wilson that took the initial kickoff. Now, once again, in the shotgun, we have number 7, Hamill. He has Starks in the backfield with him. He has number player 11 in motion. That's going to be Malachi Williams. He hands it off to Starks. Starks, can he get to that edge? He gets about back. He picked up about 2 or 3 yards on this play. And your Etiwanda home Eagles are going north on your radio dial, and they have their home uniforms. That is the red pants, the black jerseys with the gold numerals. Upland has white jerseys with gray pants and green numerals.
And the leprechaun shoes.
And some green buckets. So I like those green helmets. So 11 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Etiwanda's got something going. Hamill goes up. He catches his receiver once again on a slant. And that was number 80 for the Eagles.
Bitterman right there again, Coach B. And really a good play by Bitterman to go in there in traffic, get high in the air, elevate, and come down with the football for a first down for the Eagles.
He put it where only his receiver could get it. With 10 minutes and 54 seconds to go, the ball is now at the 35-yard line. And he pitches it out. Oh, there's a fumble on the play. There was a fumble on the play.
And that's going to be that's going to go to the Scouts back on this one.
And that was Dalen Wilson with a fumble on that play. And that was a great connection.
No, they're going to say Etiwanda recovered.
Oh, wow. Etiwanda, what great for them. And that was Justin Hamill that hit him on a quick little slant. So you're looking at 2nd and about 3. The ball is now at about the 33-yard line as Etiwanda is marching. They're almost in field goal range. Hamill is dealing today. He did a quick little out route that went incomplete. And on that play, he targeted Bitterman again.
Yes, and you can see Bitterman, sure-handed wide receiver, is going to get a lot of looks today. But, again, you have to be very careful on that 5-yard out because, again, that's pig bait, and if a DB gets that, there's nobody there to stop him.
So 3rd and 2, you have 2 receivers in the backfield. 2 receivers to your right, 1 to your left, and they hand it off to Mr. Dynamite Starks. He picks up 5 yards. Starks can go. Starks touchdown. The ball was on the 33-yard line, and Starks found a crease, and there was no one to stop him.
And Coach B, if he's able to get this going right now, one of the things Coach Davis said, he said that the Upland is very concerned about this because they match up so well with Etiwanda matches up so well with Upland, it could be a really good game.
And I see them marching back. What's going on here? Was there a flag on the play?
Might have been holding.
Oh, wow. So that may have explained him. That was, and you were right, good call. That was holding, so that will negate that touchdown run. That could be huge for this game.
Really is, because right now, Coach B, now you have 3rd and 10 instead of a touchdown, which could have put some really big pressure on Upland early. And that's what you want to do with this team. You want to get them out of their game plan early.
3rd and 10, 10 minutes and 22 seconds ago. The ball is now at about the 35-yard line. They handed off to Starks again. This time he wasn't as successful. Starks picked up about 4 yards. He went off tackle again. He got some good good yardage, but not on that play. That was 3rd and 10.
Correct, Coach B. And right now it looks like they're going to go ahead and go for this. It's about 4th, and I'd say 7, maybe 6 yards.
Yeah, 4th and 7. Good call. The ball's on the 30-yard line. And this is what you call no man's land. It's too far for a high school field goal, but it's too close to punt.
Agreed.
So with 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go, they're going to go for it. Like you said, and Hamill's looking. And Upland's blitzing. Oh, and Hamill almost got away. They had a blitz of rushers. If he would have got away with shoestring tackle, he would have gotten that first down.
No question about it. Hamill, a very capable runner. And I think that's why Coach Davis likes him in the game, because he gives them so many different dimensions what they can do with their offense.
And is that deflating? Because you had a touchdown, and it was called back on a holding penalty, and now you turn the ball over on downs.
There's no question about it, especially if they're not unable to stop Upland on this series right here. You know, now you're talking about a 14-point shift. And that could be very critical in a game like this.
And only walking out on the field is 25 touchdown scoring David Baldwin, the junior quarterback. And there he goes. He's running. Look at it. First play, and they are gone. First play off tackle, and he is gone. And that was about a 70-yard touchdown run for number 23, Cameron Davis, a junior running back. They are fast.
And Cameron Davis came out here, and that's what I was saying. You know, if the way to respond right now, if that touchdown, now you, again, as I said, now you're in a 14-point turnaround right here where you could have scored, but now that point's been taken off, and now Upland comes up and puts 7 on the scoreboard.
And I tell you, their line is disciplined, because that hole, you could have driven a car through it.
No question about it. And then he had the speed to break free past the Etiwanda defenders.
So 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Like you said, that was a 14-point turnaround. Etiwanda first play off a scrimmage, they take it about 70 yards to the house. And now the extra point is attempted, the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. But when you, as you said, when you focus so much on junior quarterback David Baldwin, when you have a running back like they had Cameron Davis, that's a lot to handle.
Yeah, and Cameron Davis comes into the game, Coach B, with 626 yards, 75 attempts, 2 touchdowns on the season. A very capable running back, can get the job done, and really creates and they have 2 they kind of work with 2 running backs. Coach Davis alluded to, they do multiple sets, so you're not going to keep them in one kind of set, which kind of showcases the ability of the star quarterback Baldwin.
So the scary thing is that these kids are coming back next year.
Oh yeah, there's no yeah. Davis is going to have this nightmare reoccurring.
So with 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go, as we said, the score is 7-0 for Upland, the visiting team here in Rancho Cucamonga, one city over, not too far of a drive further. But on Friday, traffic, that could be a nice traffic jam coming home, or coming up here.
Yeah, no question about it. We were battling the traffic a little bit trying to make our way in here, so we know all about it.
So they kicked the ball off deep. Let that go out of bounds, and it does. Great play right there for the back. He let it dribble out of bounds, and as you know, that's going to give them great field position. Now they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line. And I am familiar with that traffic, because yesterday my son traveled down to Upland for the junior varsity game, and it was tough getting down there going up that 10 freeway.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So at 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go, Etiwanda will take the ball over. Coach Davis has his troops huddled up. He has his quarterback over at Hamill. I see Alex Anderson. I see they're already out there. They are game. You see Starks coming out there, star running back. It looks like they're ready.
And the thought process is, if you can just get Starks the ball enough, he can do some. He can do some. And we saw that a couple weeks ago, Coach B.
New formation. They're running with 2 running backs. They get the reverse, and they hand it off to number 20. And there we go. He has 5 yards. He has 10 yards. He's working with something. He has 15 yards. He has 20. He could go. And they run him down for the back. And number 20 is going to be Khalil Jackson.
And Khalil Jackson, Coach, Brian, is really a guy that can get the job done here. He's able to get that because what you're going to do as a defender, you're focused on Starks.
Right, correct.
And then secondly, you're going to be focused on the running quarterback, Hamill, and a great misdirection play for the Eagles.
Picked up about 40 yards. So you're looking 1st and 10, and now they're in Upland 20. There it goes. There goes Starks. He gets 5 yards. He gets 10 yards. Starks is running. He's got a head going, and he picks up almost 10 yards on that play. So with 9 minutes and 2 seconds to go, Etiwanda's moving the ball.
I was just going to say this. Coach Davis has to be excited about seeing his team. We're talking about an 8-0 football team here who's really just laid the hammer to everybody they put in front of them,
including Rancho.
Oh yeah, and now you're seeing them have success on the ground.
2nd and 3. Hamill keeps it. What a play on the read option! But was he down?
He was down.
That was a heck of a play. Once again, you made that point. They are focused so much on Starks that when he did the read option and Hamill kept it, he picked up 10 yards on the backside.
So the read option is going to be something they can work with because, again, if you get that read option really going, or if you get the run going, you got read option and you got play action pass.
With 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, Etiwanda is now at Upland 10-yard line. And that time they hand it off to Starks. Starks doing the heavy lifting. He gets 5 yards. He gets 5 yards. And I tell you, Starks is a load to bring down.
And I think that, it's difficult. When you see him, you think to yourself, hey, we could get this guy. But he is so top-heavy. He runs in there and he keeps those feet. He keeps the feet turning, and it's difficult to bring him down with one player.
What's that old saying? It's a business decision.
There it is.
You're going to take him
exactly.
down.
Well, especially in the 4th quarter.
So now you're looking at second and the ball and goal from the 5, and it looks like that was a busted play on there. Hamill was looking for somebody, and it doesn't look like his back was there. In that situation, do you throw the ball away?
Well, it happens so quick. You just get down and you protect the football. So he did it right.
Live to play another down.
Oh yeah.
Good play. Good call. Good call. So now you're looking at 3rd and goal. The ball is at about the 10-yard line with that 5-yard loss. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Etiwanda, do you play for 7 or do you play for 3?
I think you work on trying to get the ball to Bitterman right now. He's a matchup nightmare. He's a big receiver.
And there you go. And Hamill holds the ball, and on that play he loses another 5 yards. You got to throw that ball away.
And Bitterman's he's one-on-one on the outside there. And if you look at the size differential, if you can get that ball in the air, Bitterman's shown he can come down with it.
Are they going to go for it? It's 4th and goal from the 14-yard line. I don't see the kick team coming in. It looks like Coach Davis has made the decision that field goals is not going to win this game.
Yeah, but now you're 15 yards back, and you have to score here. It's 4th and goal
from the 14-yard line. So let's see what we have here. And he's going up. He's going to the guy you said. There's pass interference in the end zone.
And that's what you do there, Coach B. You give your receiver a chance. As I mentioned to you, there's a size differential of at least a couple of inches.
To your guy, Bitterman.
Oh, yeah, Bitterman. And Coach Davis talked about him. Very excited to see these guys come back. And, my goodness, if they can get Jordan Porter back next week, it could be a huge problem going into that Damon game. But, again, right now, Bitterman's causing problems.
So I'll ask you, it's in the end zone, is that an automatic first down?
That's an automatic first down.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Very huge play.
1st and goal from the 7, automatic first down.
Automatic first down. So now you go back, you have 4 more opportunities to get in there. So it was really a gutsy call by Coach Davis.
Because the thing in high school, it's not, in NFL, you get it at the 2, I believe.
That's correct.
But high school is different.
At the spot of the foul, well, where in the end zone you get it 2 yards out versus the spot of the foul.
So now you're looking at the ball is at the 7. So it looks like that was and on that, Hamill's keeping the ball. He's got a receiver. He's got a man. And there's another pass interference.
Guaranteed. That was a good call because he's grabbing him, and the referee's on the backside, so he saw the arm holding the receiver as he went out to try to break the play up.
Hamill is a little slow to get up. But you know what? It's only a foul if they call it. So there's a lot of jostling out there because, in football, you can throw a flag on every play.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, and when I played DB, Coach B, I wasn't the most athletic guy out there. I grabbed and pulled anything I could pull out there.
You use it wherever you can.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
When I played, I wasn't athletic at all. I said, Coach, I'm trying out for tackling.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 6 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first. So now they're going to march the ball up to the 3-yard line. And, again, another automatic first down.
It's correct.
And now Hamill is in the shotgun.
Fourth up there. What's going on here? I see a 4 up there. There must be a mistake.
Well, it's a 1 on the scoreboard. And now the referees, I think you see it. Coach Davis must be pointing that out.
Yeah, there's a mistake. Okay, he's going over to talk to him right now. He said, "Hey, we're at down number 1." But it looks like it might have been a timeout.
That was a timeout
for the Eagles. So another, just to kind of recap, I know the folks that are tuned in may be kind of clicking us back and forth because the Dodgers are on as well. So we want to give a big shout out to the skipper taking the Dodgers into the World Series. But tonight is a huge game, Coach B. A lot of playoff implications are just out there.
Yeah, indeed they are. And before we lose track of time, we have some sponsors we want to go ahead and send some shout-outs to. The Hat, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater Los Angeles area, Rancho Cucamonga, Upland, and now in Murrieta. And also Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in San Bernardino. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino and been in business for over 12 years with 30 years of experience in the structural steel industry. Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. We'll get back to them. Hamill's in the shotgun from the 3. Let's see what he can do this time. He's looking back to Coach Davis. Coach Davis has a play. He barks it in. So now let's see. It's first and goal from the 3-yard line. So it is an option. He pitches it out to Starks, and Starks gets in. And there was a business decision we talked about. That corner, they wanted no part of that.
And just think about that. We're still in the first quarter, and the cornerback was very hesitant to put a helmet on Starks. And, as a runner, you know that. You know that, hey, they're a little intimidated. So this is going to be very interesting. If Coach Davis can get his defense to put a stop to Upland, this could be big.
And now the extra point will be attempted. And while we get ready to do that, we also want to say the Pokey Spot. Enjoy or eat, drink, live healthy. 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga. Tough Shed, Ontario, solving backyard and business stores needs since 1981. Patterson Realty Group, a part of Nationwide Real Estate Executive. Call Steve Patterson at 909-904-3090 for all your real estate needs. So that would be some good things for you to do. And while we also have a moment, we want to tell you, you are listening to the Fox 1350 Game of the Week with Coach B.
Andy Turner, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
And, one thing that I do want to discuss with 6 minutes and 39 seconds to go, the score is even 7-7, whereas you think about it, Etiwanda could be up 14-7. But one thing about it is the starting quarterback, Tommy, is out tonight.
Correct.
And Hamill's giving them a different element. Hamill was always considered the running quarterback.
Agreed.
And I think that's an element that's a little bit different in this game.
No question about it. I think because even with when you look at Upland on a scout team,
David Baldwin.
Exactly. If you look at their quarterback, that's not what he does. He's not a runner. He's actually a traditional pocket passer. You can tell from his numbers. He gets the job done very efficiently. But Hamill comes in. He's tough. He's hard-nosed. He can throw the ball. He's shown he can throw the ball. He hasn't made big plays, but he makes really big plays on his feet. So we're going to be excited tonight.
Right, indeed. So 6 minutes, 39 seconds ago, Etiwanda is ready to kick the ball off. They answered. Upland, the big bet, Upland came in here, and they just came over a game they had to win to take pretty much wrestle control of the baseline league. They beat Rancho Cucamonga, and Etiwanda standing toe-to-toe with them.
And what I like is they're kicking the ball off. No pooch kick.
Right. Number 21 gets it.
Oh, wow.
But he's got speed. He's going to get to that edge, and it looks like no one's going to catch him. I don't see any flags.
Not me neither.
And that is number 21. He takes it to the house. And that's Kyle Jones. Oh, he got tackled right inside the 10
And there is a flag.
Okay.
Well, let me see something here. I saw a flag, but let's see something here. And they're huddling up, so it looks like there was a flag.
Let's see.
Maybe not.
I see Etiwanda down, getting into defensive position around inside the 10.
No flag. No flag on the play. I thought I saw the Upland coaches a little upset over there, and generally you're perturbed by only a flag being thrown, but maybe not.
First and goal that fast on the 7. I tell you, wow. Upland's had less than a minute.
Yeah, with the ball.
With the ball. But this is the thing. How is their defense going to be later in the game? Because their defense is spending some time out there.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And they hand the ball off. And once again, he walks into the end zone. And that's number 9 for Upland. And that's going to be Tyven Ford.
Yeah, and Tyven Ford comes in. He has 306 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. So they have running backs that are extremely capable of getting the job done. So it's going to cause problem. And there's no specific running back like Etiwanda that you're going to just target for Upland. So it's going to be a challenge tonight, especially with their ability to score so quickly.
Right. And they can put numbers up on the board very quick. And that's got to be a concern for Coach Davis.
No question about it, Coach. I mean, it's a shock. You know, at least you want to see if you want to put your defense on the field. But you know, on the flip side, what you can do now is take control of the ball control and try to, keep that Upland's defense on the field and see if you can take advantage of opportunity.
Right. So the extra point is up and the extra point is good. So Coach Davis is out there with the troops. So Coach Davis is out there with the troops with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. We'll see if Etiwanda can respond again. The 2 times they've had the ball, they've moved the ball.
Yes.
So there have been no 3 and outs.
Well, in both times, Etiwanda could have potentially scored, and it would have been a tie game. But at this point, it's 7-14. So let's see what they can do tonight.
And this is one of the things when we go back, when you look at Coach Davis and the schedule he played, when he played the Corona Centennials, when he played the Santiago, this is the reason that he did that so his team can see what a tough team looks like.
Right, and you're not overwhelmed when you get to these games right here. Because generally, most teams, they're overwhelmed when you get scored on like that in less than 10 seconds.
Right. So we'll see. And another thing I was saying, now you may see why Etiwanda does pooch punt some of their kickoffs.
Oh, no question, yeah.
So now Etiwanda gets the ball there at the 10-yard line.
No question about it.
He's running. He's trying to find that crease. He gets up to the 15-yard line. He's still moving. He's still dancing. He gets number. But he pays for it in the end, and that's number 16. That's going to be Dalen Wilson that takes that ball up. And Dalen is a young gentleman. He's a sophomore wide receiver.
Yeah, Wilson's a capable receiver. We've seen him get put in the game and do some special things for these Eagles. But he was definitely looking for a crease. And to your point, you can definitely see that there may be some challenges on special teams that Coach Davis is trying to get shored up, which is why maybe they're pooch kick.
And that explains us being in the booth and Coach Davis being down on the field.
No question, sir.
So now we're looking at 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go. And once again, Hamill's in the shotgun. He has Starks back there with him. He has a receiver in motion. That's Malachi. And it looks like they're going to call a false start. The receiver can go in motion, so we'll see what the call is. That's interesting because the receiver can go in motion.
Looks like that was a false start. They're going to call on Upland. On Etiwanda, and that's going to cost them 5 yards early.
Yeah, and that's difficult. Before we and once again, Hamill's in the shotgun. Now he sends Malachi in motion.
Wow,
and
another
it's your lineman. I can see it.
Wow.
So and that goes back to what we just talked about. Different quarterbacks, different cadence.
And let me tell you something. That is a huge, huge thing. Because when you're a lineman, you're used to hearing stuff.
Right.
So sometimes it may be on the hut. There's it's difficult.
So now you're looking at 1st and 20 for the Etiwanda Eagles, and they go in motion again. And let's see. No false start this time. Pitches out to Starks, and Starks, let's see if he can get to the edge. And they got into the backfield, and it looks like Starks is going to lose some yards on that pitch.
Yeah, and you have to get the ball out of the situation. This is very, very dangerous territory for the Eagles.
With the speed that Upland has, I don't know if you can run side to side against this defense.
Correct.
With 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go, we also want to say tonight's game it is led by referee Ruben Lopez, umpire Randy Duarte. We had the head lineman Bill Shear, and then we have line judge Samuel Love, back judge Eric Albert. So he got hit. There was are they going to call that, or what is the call?
I don't know
there?
what they're doing here.
Are they considering that a touchdown?
I don't know how they're doing that because he didn't have possession of the football.
So let's see. That was a slant, and the receiver took a shot. So let's see what the call is.
I don't know how they can call that. I don't know how they can call that a score. Cause it wasn't an interception.
Right. We'll see what the call is. We'll see what the referees say on that play. So they're considering that a reception and he possessed the ball?
I got to see that. I didn't see he caught that. Well, he didn't have possession of the football.
Right.
So I don't know how they call that a fumble.
Right. So they are calling it a touchdown.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Interesting. The receiver on that play, the receiver went for a slant, and when he only tried to catch the ball, there was a hit on the play, and the ball was fumbled. So I don't know if he made a football move on that play.
And just so we can make a note of it, the head referee out there is Ruben Lopez.
Yeah.
And they determined that. I don't know how they determined that because it looked like he caught the football, but he didn't really. It wasn't an actual catch of the football. You have to catch the ball, make a football move, 2 steps or something like that for it to be a touchdown. I don't know how they called that possession. So we'll have to see how that went. Yeah, I don't know how they consider that a catch there.
And that young man is back up and on his feet.
You could clearly see he was Coach Davis is very upset about the call. I just don't know how they call that a fumble.
Right.
That's crazy.
Interesting. So that's the way the ball bounces sometimes.
I'm about to say we're dealing with high school football, and it happens.
There's no replay at this level.
Yeah, it's between the lines.
So at 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go, number 8, we're being notified, number 8, Corey Thomas, a senior linebacker and tight end for the visiting Upland Scouts. And once again, Upland is going south on your radio dial. The extra point attempt was good, so now they go up a score of 21-7 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds. I'll tell you right now, Upland can turn it on.
Oh, there's no question about that. We've seen that. We've seen it defensively now, and we've seen it definitely on offense. But, at this point, if you're Coach Davis, you don't deter from the game plan.
Right.
You have to stick with the game plan. You're only down 14 points. With a team like Upland, 14 points can seem like a very long road to go up and travel. But, again, if anybody can pull it out, Etiwanda, we've seen Etiwanda do some special stuff, Coach D.
Yes, we have. So the one thing is they're playing the king of the baseline league tonight. So you got to minimize the mistakes
as much as possible.
Exactly. You got to minimize them as much as you can. So with that successful fumble recovery, as we said, Upland goes up a score of 21-7 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go, and they're ready to kick the ball off. And let's see whether they kick it deep. And once again, going deep for them is Dalen Wilson. So let's see. He gets the ball. And he's in the end zone, so on the high school level, no, they said he can come out.
Well, it looks like he had 1 foot out, 1 foot in.
Yes. So he got the ball out. Nice return. He gets the ball out, so just about the 25-yard line. And once again, like we said, that is a sophomore. Dalen Wilson is a sophomore. Last year he was on the freshman team. So so Etiwanda has some talent for the future.
No question about it. And I think, he's excited about, Coach, when I talked to Coach Davis, he is excited about where Etiwanda is heading. Again, this being Coach Davis' 3rd year, there's a lot of expectation as well. So I think he welcomes this, and I think he's ready for the job.
Right. So now, once again, we have your quarterback running out on the field, Justin Hamill, a senior quarterback. He's played some receiver as well because, as we said, Tommy McDonald normally is the starting quarterback. So now there's a blitz in on that, and it looks like they got starts on that play.
And they're starting to key on. You can clearly see that Etiwanda is keying in on start. So it's going to be important that Coach Davis makes the adjustment accordingly.
Right. So we're looking at 2nd and about 9 on the play. The ball is spotted at about the 24-yard line. Tommy's in the shotgun. He has Starks in the backfield with him, and let's see, he is dealing. It looks like his receiver. He has a receiver. He's the man. If he can get it to him, he's there. And he just overshot him. And on that play, he was targeting number 16. And once again, that's Dalen Wilson that he was targeting on that play.
Yeah, and he was again. Hamill was a right-handed quarterback, so he's rolling out to his left, and so it was a little bit difficult for him to get his feet and make an accurate throw.
Especially when you have the speed of Upland.
You're concerned.
To reset your feet is one thing.
Yeah.
To have Upland coming down your back is another thing. But the good thing about Dylan is he adjusted for his quarterback.
No question about it. And one thing we have to make mention is that Upland is without their stud.
Are they going to call that a forward pass?
Okay.
It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So I was going to say on that play, Hamill was trying to hit Starks in the backfield, and it was a little bit behind.
And they read that play like a book.
Mm-hmm. So on that play, so now 4 minutes and 52 seconds ago, and Etiwanda will be forced to do their first punt of the night.
Now, here's where things can get a little tricky right here. You have to get this football out quickly, and you want to make sure you get out there and make a very good defensive play and put Upland in a difficult position, at least behind that 50.
Upland's special team has definitely made the difference tonight with 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go.
No question.
As we said, Etiwanda gets ready to kick the ball off, and you said they came in quick. My goodness, they came in fast. He got the ball down to the 50. It dribbles down to about the 45. It dribbles down to about the 40. Takes a great Etiwanda bounce. It landed at the 50 and dribbled down to about the 40-yard line.
You could just tell from the way that Upland was set up that they were going to bring the house. So that's something I think Coach Davis will have to make an adjustment on because they got there quick, and it was more than one guy. It was at least 3 Upland scouts who were able to get in the face of that punter.
Agreed. So 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go. And as we said, Upland has put up 21 points, and they've had the ball less than 3 minutes tonight.
Yes, indeed.
They score fast, and they score in bunches. And they're in a game against their defense. The offense has 14 points. Their defense has 7.
They haven't been stopped yet.
So now they hand the ball off, and there he is. That's number 21. And what a shoestring tackle for them. That's Kalen Jones, and he was almost to the house again. Right off tackle, he picked up just like that. He picks up about 25 yards.
Yeah, and when you look at this, Kalen Jones has played 7 games, comes into the game with 536 rushing yards. That's difficult to tell because, I mean, he's able to do it. I mean, from what we've seen tonight, he's an exceptional, explosive running back.
1st and 10 from Etiwanda's 38-yard line with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Baldwin hands the ball off again, and this time he hands it off to his other back, and that's Cameron Davis. And that's going to be a junior running back, and he plays a little DB on the defensive side of the ball.
They're going to have to get penetration on Upland because the quarterback, they're having miscues in the backfield, and they're still having time to hand the ball off and make positive yards. So you're going to need to start penetrating. Maybe send some linebackers in there to cause some problems for Baldwin and the Upland Scouts.
So he picked up about another 20 yards. The ball's now at about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 minutes, 57 seconds to go here from Rancho Cucamonga. Upland visiting Rancho Cucamonga. Hands the ball once again to Cameron Davis. And that time they stopped him. He picked up about 6-7 yards on that play, which is a positive for the Etiwanda defense.
Yeah, I was just going to say because to date, they've been averaging close to 10, 15 yards per carry.
Right.
And, again, they haven't been stopped offensively once tonight.
Right. So with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go, it is 2nd and 3. They'll officially log that as a 7-yard run for Cameron Davis. Davis Baldwin is in the shotgun again. He has 2 running backs that's bunched up to him. There's 3 running backs in the backfield. Got a man pulling. Oh, my goodness. That is a power formation right there for them. Right off the tackle, and they needed 3 yards, and they picked up about 7. So just like that, you're looking at 1st and goal for Upland.
As I mentioned to you, they give the football to 3 different running backs consistently each game. So if you're trying to figure out who has the ball, you just don't know.
And as you said earlier, I don't think we've had a pass attempt tonight by Baldwin.
And you got to think that's their strong suit.
Right. So Baldwin is under center. You don't see that very much nowadays within high school football. He hands the ball off to number 23. Someone lost a bucket out there, and Cameron, he's struggling and fighting. And it looked like Cameron picked up about 2 or 3 yards.
And that's number 99, Jefferson Tisdale. Lost his helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play at least, at minimum.
Great hair on that young man.
Oh yeah, it was flowing. I don't know if he did that intentionally or not, but I know if I had hair like that, my helmet would be flying often.
Absolutely. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It is now officially listed first and goal from the 3-yard line for Upland. They break their huddle and they rush up to the line. Baldwin is under center, and he hands he keeps it that time. He fakes. He puts it up in the air. He's got a man, and he just missed it. On that play, as successful as they've been on the run, what was it?
Well, I mean, you're right now you're taking it to third down. Yeah, it's third down, so you just don't want to go. I mean, especially with a quarterback like him, and the way you've been running the football, you just want to keep them a little off balance.
Right.
So I think that's what that run. But again, a huge play right here, potentially for the Etiwanda Eagles. Let's see if they can get a stop.
3rd and 3, and he's under center. This time he hands it off to his guy. And boy, did he walk into the end zone. He hands it off to Cameron Davis off tackle. He powers through for another touchdown tonight.
And he's having right now they're having problems throwing up that defensive front. But again, you're dealing with an 8-0 football team that can do a lot of things to a defense.
Indeed they can. And an 8-0 football team, not just an 8-0 football team. We're talking about a team that has beaten the likes of the Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes, a baseline 8-0 football team.
The defending baseline league champion, the Rancho Cucamonga Cougars. And as we wait for the extra point, as you said, they're 8-0. They took care of La Habra, Claremont, Redlands East Valley, La Mirada, Great Oaks, Rancho Cucamonga, and last week they played Damien, beat them, and then last week they beat Chino Hills 56-0.
I was about to say, I think they blanked them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did. In that big matchup, the game of the season in the baseline league, Rancho Cucamonga, it was at Rancho Cucamonga.
At Rancho, yeah.
Came down to the end, 30-23, and you heard about the ending of that game.
Oh, yeah, and their standout linebacker, who is Justin Flo, he spells it Flowe, standout linebacker. And this kid comes out there, Coach B, gets a punt block, runs it back for the touchdown, and that was the difference in the football game.
Interesting. So I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I know that was the game of the year in the baseline. So
no question about it. But yeah, that broke a lot of heart. Rancho is they've been the perennial powerhouse for quite some time out here. When you think about the Inland Empire, you think Centennial, and then immediately thereafter you go to Rancho.
And that's the thing. But Upland has pretty much controlled the baseline league. Rancho last year was their breakout year. So Upland has controlled this baseline league. So Upland kicks the ball deep on their kickoff, and let's see, it was actually short on that. It was fielded at about the 15-yard line, and that's your running back doesn't get that far on that play.
Yeah, I think they're spending a lot of time trying to run with the blockers. On that kickoff, you got to make a move and get after it.
Right. They're trying to find that crease, and I agree.
One thing I can see tonight that's interesting is a lot of folks have their cell phones out. They're trying to keep tabs on that Dodger game.
And I think we all are. They could be listening to us here on iHeart.
I know. They could be doing that, too. You're right about that.
iHeart Media app.
Yeah. But for all the folks that are tuned in on the iHeart app or just logged on and listening on the Fox Sports website, we say hi to you.
So with 2 minutes and 21 seconds ago, Hamill is in the shotgun once again, hands the ball off to Starks, and Starks he runs to the edge, and Starks picks up. What a nice little run for Starks right there. It looks like he reminds me a lot of Walter Payton. Or at the end, he doesn't want to take the punishment; he wants to deliver it. So he went head to head with that DB.
And you have to watch that though. Unfortunately, you really do, because Starks is such a valuable player to this Etiwanda defense, and if something was, if he was to go down, that could just be very critical to this football team. So you have to be very careful about that as well.
Right. I agree with you. So now we got Hamill in the shotgun. He's looking for a receiver. He finds a hole, and that hole closes up quick.
He was very close to a first down, though. Good decision. Hey, if the pass wasn't there, tuck it and go.
Right. So now it was second and about 5. He picked up about 3 yards on that play. So you're looking at third and about 2, or 1 minute and 52 seconds ago. Once again, Upland here in the city of Rancho Cucamonga visiting Etiwanda Eagle for a critical baseline league game, up 28-7. In this game, if Etiwanda were able to pull this off, it would be a 3-way tie for first place. Yep. So he hands it off to Starks, and Starks is looking for that crease. And Starks powers to. Did he get the first?
That's the first down.
Oh, wow. They had him stopped.
Oh, yeah, they're not even going to measure that.
Great play by
as soon as he went down, the sticks were already moving. So I don't know if those guys are I don't know if the folks over there moving the sticks are Etiwanda parents or not, but
Right. So you're looking at 1st and 10. The ball now is at about the 31-yard line. I'll tell you, Coach Davis will think about that first touchdown that was called back for a while. So with 1 minute and 18 seconds to go, Etiwanda, Hamill's in the shotgun. He has Starks back there, and Hamill is dealing. He's going up top. He's his receiver, and that's Bitterman again.
Let me tell you something. Bitterman, I don't know what this kid eats in the morning, but whatever it is, he needs to spread that out throughout the course of the team because this kid has it.
And he can catch.
He's not scared to go over I mean, look what we seen. He went over the middle, totally exposed himself, went up there, grabbed the catch over the middle, no problem.
Right.
This time he goes in there, he knows he's going to take a whack, takes the hit, but still holds on to the ball. That kid can play.
Right.
And only a junior.
42 seconds to go. Coach Davis calls in the play to Hamill. He's in the shotgun. And he fakes it. He hands it off to Starks.
Looks like he tripped a little bit.
And Starks trying to get to that edge, to that outside. There's such speed on this Upland defense.
Yeah, you have to. And again, when you see that as a quarterback, the clock, your clock is going off a little bit quicker, so you still have to slow the game down. I think Hamill will start to do that a little bit more as the game proceeds.
Right. I agree. So with 13 seconds to go, Coach Davis is calling in the play. We'll see if they get another play in it. It looks like Coach Davis is okay with living the play in the second quarter. So now as we look, just to give you a quick game summary as we look back, Etiwanda was first to get on the board. Etiwanda scored from a three-yard run to go up 7-0 in the game. And let's take a look at
and then the Scouts were able to come back huge on a fumble and were able to return the favor and tie it up 7-7.
And Lawrence Starks did score the first touchdown for Etiwanda, and then it was a kickoff for Upland's first touchdown.
Right. Yeah. And then right now we're going to go back to and it looks like that was
that touchdown on the
Kyle Jones.
Kyle Jones, and who could forget that? When as soon as they kicked the ball off, he took it to the house. Number 46, Cameron Ward, put them up a score of 21-7, and then the final recap on that score at the end when they got one more touchdown for Etiwanda, and that was Cameron Ward again with another touchdown. And that is a quick summary of what happened in the first quarter here in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, I mean, and even though the score is 28-7, and Etiwanda is not known as a team that can put up a lot of points on you. But again, they can do it. They have the players to get it done tonight.
2nd and 12, we reverse the field, and Hamill is rolling out. He's got a receiver. He hits his man, number 42 for Etiwanda.
That's number 82. That's going to be Nico
Busquet. No, that was 42. Or did they hit 82? It looked like 42 to me.
No, you know what? You're right about that. That's going to be 42. That's Nick Schultz.
Nick Schultz.
And I've never even seen Nick Schultz. Nick Schultz is listed as a defensive lineman and a linebacker.
Yes.
And came in and played some receiver. Huge catch because he waited for the football. Great catch.
So Hamill's in the back. He keeps the ball on the keeper.
Can he do it?
Hamill, can he outrun the man? No, he cannot. He gets caught. But after he picked up about 20 yards on the keeper, and once again, you called it from the beginning, they are locked in on Starks.
There's no question about that. And you have to use that to your benefit. So a really good headsy call by Coach Davis to really do that deceptive naked bootleg and get him out there on the read option.
On that quarterback keeper, he picked up about 20 yards. So now the ball is they're at Upland's 30, 1st and 10, 11 minutes and 21 seconds to go. And now they hand it off to Starks. Mr. Dependable goes and gets you looks like he got you about 2 or 3 yards on that play. And he is a tough runner.
He really is. And I know, and I like what I see here. I think they potentially could just dink and dunk the Upland Scouts tonight. You want to right now, you want to keep easy, manageable third down. So let's see what they do right here to see if they can get a little closer to that first down goal.
So now actually they said he got back to the line of scrimmage, so they did not give him any forward progress on that.
I didn't
so Hamill, he is in the gun.
Nice.
He hits. Is that Bitterman again?
And that's going to be 82 on this one, it looks like.
That is going to be Busquet. That's Nico Busquet.
What a last name.
Yes. I know that young gentleman well. I coached him in youth football.
Busquet might be my first and last name. What's your name? Busquet.
So 3 minutes and, with a 3rd and 3, the ball, it's 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Hamill's in the shotgun. Etiwanda is rolling. Let's see if they can get this first down. Coach Davis is barking into play. He likes what he sees. He makes some adjustments, so he's calling in some change for his players.
This is needed right here, Coach B.
Yes, indeed. It looks like they're coming. It's a quarterback keeper, and Hamill needed 3 yards, and it looks like he picked up 5.
Well done. Again, why do you have Hamill in there? Multiple dimensions. He can run it. He can pass it. And he has very good command over the Etiwanda Eagles offense.
Right. So we're 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Etiwanda is dealing. One thing, win or lose, Coach Davis can be happy with is they are moving the ball. He hands the ball off to Starks this time. Starks gets up to the line of scrimmage. He's met at the line of scrimmage and doesn't get much penetration after that.
Hey, those Upland boys, very stout up front. I mean, Starks had a lot of success early, but they've really sealed that line up.
They are focused in, and that's why we're saying that's why the quarterback keeper is working so effective, because they are so locked in on shutting Starks down. With 9 minutes, 21 seconds to go, the ball is now second and Hamill's going up. And it looks, was he hit before?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And that ball came out, and he's good. He's good. Yeah, but that was a really good weak side blitz by number 1.
The blind side.
The blind side, pardon me, excuse me. Caleb Robertson, a junior from Upland, came in on that blindside blitz. And it's a good thing he didn't come like a couple steps sooner, because that would have been very, very it could have been a very, very disruptive play for the Upland Scouts.
So 3rd and 11, the ball is still marked at the 19-yard line with 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Is this 4-down territory?
Without a doubt.
Okay. What is the call? Is that a timeout? Yeah, it looks like Coach Davis wants to talk it over. Timeout on the play.
It looks like it might have been Upland for the timeout.
You're correct. They pointed in Upland's direction. Yeah. Now, while we have a break in the action, Etiwanda Eagles Booster Club wants to thank the Hat, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, with locations in the greater L.A. area, Rancho Cucamonga, Upland, and now in Murrieta, and also Far West Contractors, full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana, Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for over 12 years with 30 years of experience in the structural steel industry. Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission, and the Poke Spot. Eat, drink, live healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga, and last, Tough Shed, Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981, and also Patterson Realty Group, a part of Nationwide Real Estate Executives. Call Steve Patterson at 909-904-3090. That's 909-904-3090. And also San Bernardino County Supervisor Janice Rutherford.
Hey, Janice.
When we needed help to make sure these games stay on air, Supervisor Janice Rutherford of San Bernardino stepped up and answered the call. So we appreciate Supervisor Janice Rutherford. So with 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go, it's 3rd and 12. Etiwanda kicks it back. And that was a play they sniffed out.
My goodness, Coach B, as you said, they were just really locked in on that play. You have to be careful, because that could be a potential turnover. And if you turn the ball over there, that's it.
Right. I agree. So now we're looking at 4th and 11. And like I said, it looks like they're going to go for it. So they're going to go.
Well, with this game, you have to just do the math here. And right now, the numbers, the analytics say you got to go for 7.
Right. So Hamill is in the shotgun. They're going to go. And it looks like Upland is blitzing. And Hamill's got a guy. And, there's a flag on the play.
Pass interference.
All right. And if that is Bitterman, he's been getting those all night.
No, that's not going to be Bitterman.
No, that looks like Malachi Williams.
Yeah. Great play. Let me tell you something, what I like about Hamill. He has that ability to stay in that pocket, wait for his receiver to make the break, and he threw it right on the dime. And that was like a little 10-yard comeback on the outside. And Hamill was able to step in that pocket like they tell you to, step in the face of danger, and he got that ball off.
If anyone's interested in knowing, the Dodgers are climbing their way out of the hole. It is a score now 3-5, and it is the top of the 6th inning.
Oh, come on.
So we will see.
And let me tell you something. And I know you're not, because I don't know how far back you go with the Dodgers, but I go back to Riverside Toothpick, also known as Dusty Baker, when he was with the side. And let me tell you something. I mean, this is great for the whole Southern California. Those Dodgers get that win.
The guys of the Nationals just let go.
You know what? You didn't have to say that.
Okay, so now we're looking at.
Or you could say other guy at Riverside, Austin Barnes.
There you go. So what was the call there? Is it first and 10?
So again, look at the pass interference.
I don't understand the stick.
Okay, whoa. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. That must have been on offense.
So that was a turnover on down.
Yeah, turnover on down.
Turnover on down. So it's first and 10.
So incomplete pass is what they call, and the flag must have been on Etiwanda.
Right.
So
wow. Baldwin's rolling out. He fakes.
But you got to go get him.
He's got a man. He's got a man deep, and he hits him. He hits number 3, and it's a track meet, and that is number 3, and that was a 80-yard bomb to number 3, and that is Tajon Davis, a junior wide receiver.
Did you see how easy that quarterback released that ball for 50 yards in the air?
Wow.
My goodness. I mean, he's on the run, Coach. He's on the run. And
no, they called him out. So they called him out as the 30.
On the run and threw a pinpoint pass. That's why they're raving about this quarterback for Upland, Baldwin. And he's only a junior.
What I've noticed is everyone who's been a key player tonight is the junior.
Yeah. So, I mean, they are putting fear into this baseline league at this point right now. I've never seen anything like that where you've seen juniors all across the board just dominate a football game.
Right. So with 8 minutes and 56 seconds to go, he went out of bounds on that play. So Baldwin's in the shotgun now. He has a running back in the backfield with him. He has an H-back, and he has received 2 to his right and 1 to his left.
Look at that
dart.
Oh.
Wow, he overthrew his man, and tonight when he gets ready to go to sleep, he's going to be thinking about that pass.
Whoa, that's impressive. This quarterback from Upland is impressive. I mean, you hear it. You hear the rumblings about him, but until you see this quarterback live and the way he's able to throw the ball that quick and the release is just so effortless, that's special.
I'll tell you this. What's impressive is that line. Because if you look at him, if you can see how much the average in football, you get about 3 seconds on average.
Yeah, you're right.
If you don't get the ball out in 3 seconds, forget about it. He's getting 4 or 5 seconds on that last play when he rolled out for the 50-yard bomb. And on that play, I don't think he's been touched.
Right, which is probably why he's so confident in throwing the football like that.
He's in the shotgun. Look how much time he's got. And he's got a man again, and he overthrows him. And on that play, he got maybe 5 seconds on that play.
You have to look. Let me tell you something. You have to blitz this quarterback. I know he's gifted, but you have to get him off of his game. Right. He's back there just taking his time, reading the L.A. Times and just throwing the football at will.
Right. Like I said, I don't think he's been touched all night, except for the time the coach touched him on the back and said, "Have a good game."
Exactly. The jersey still looks like it came out from the cleaner.
Right. So 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Upland here visiting Etiwanda. They're up a score, like we said, 28-7. The ball is now at the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 10, and we'll see what they do. David Baldwin, the quarterback, the junior quarterback, is under center this time, and he hands the ball off to number 21.
Right,
wow, what a play. He hands the ball off to his running back, number 21, and that's going to be
Kyle Jones.
Yes.
And just as I'm telling you, there are missteps. There's opportunities to get to Upland. But, again, it's either one or two things. Either the Eagles can't penetrate or the line from Upland is that good.
So they needed 10 for the first down. They got about 12 with 8 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Upland is just mowing down this field. They are impressive. So Baldwin, he's in the shotgun, and he's playing both. He's under center and he's in shotgun.
Yeah.
You don't normally see that.
And he's capable of doing both.
Fakes the handoff, comes back to the left, and that running back, my goodness, if he does not have a future in football, he has a future in dancing. Bryce Parker.
Bryce Parker, a senior, one of the lone seniors out here, one of the lone upperclassmen that are producing big time. But that the quarterback has released. That may be why they're not blitzing him, because he can throw that release is so fast.
I tell you, if his high school ever does a Dancing with the Stars Upland edition, he should be there.
Yeah.
Bryce Parker, he can dance. So you're looking at 2nd and 1. The ball is at about the 11-yard line. And they go in their power formation, and they just go right downhill on that play. And that was number 21, Kyle Jones. Wow. And we talked about this. The time of possession favored Etiwanda, but now you can see Upland is putting together a strong drive.
They haven't had to throw. I mean, that pass yard when they got the 50-yard bomb, they haven't had to put the ball in the air much tonight, which, again, when you look at them statistically, That's not normally the strong suit, but they're doing what they want tonight.
And Baldwin's under center, first and goal from the 5. Misdirection, and he hands it off, and it looks like that's going to be a touchdown on that play. Yes, it is. And, you know, one thing I can say for Upland, another thing that's a little different is they have a traditional huddle. Yes, you're right about that. Upland does a lot, and again, you know, you're talking about their coach here, their coach Tim Salter. You know, again, he's no spring chicken. He's been around this game. He understands exactly what's going on here, and you can see he has his Upland scouts very prepared for tonight's football game. So now the score is 7-34, pending the extra point for Upland. But as we said, it's you don't see a lot of these schools have these sophisticated spread offenses, but they're coming under power. They're huddling up.
Right.
It's a throwback.
Yeah, I agree.
So the extra point is up, and the extra point is officially good. So with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go, Upland takes a lead of 35-7 here as they visit Rancho Cucamonga, and we are still in the second quarter. So now we're looking at Etiwanda. Etiwanda's got to regroup. Coach Davis is out there with his team, and they're huddled up with their coach, and you know they're going to go ahead and regroup. And while we have a break in the action, we're going to go ahead and do talk about some boosters. So the Etiwanda Eagles football booster program wants to thank the HAT, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater L.A. area, Rancho Cucamonga, Upland, and now Marietta. And then Far West Contractor, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for over 12 years with 30 years experience in the structural steel industry. The Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. And we want to thank all the men and women out there who help protect this fine country. The Polk Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga. And Upland kicks the ball off. They kick it deep with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Etiwanda gets the ball at the 10. They're at the 15. They're at the 20. They're at the 25. And let's see. On that play, we got out to about the 25-yard line on that play. And that was a great, great return there by Jackson. So we'll see what Etiwanda can do. They're going to regroup, and we'll see what they can do out in this game. So they have to see what is working for them. One thing that has worked for them is kicking the ball deep. Running the ball and passing the ball deep. They've been aided by Lawrence Starks, and he's had a fine night tonight as expected. So Etiwanda is coming out on the field with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The score of 35-7 here in a critical baseline league game. As we say, Etiwanda is coming in. Upland is 8-0, so we knew they come in. And it's a quarterback keeper with Justin Hamill. Hamill keeps the ball, fakes it off to Lawrence Stark, keeps it and runs off tackle on the left side, or to the outside. And he picked up about 4 or 5 yards. And I'll tell you, Hamill has been one of the positives of tonight. He's giving them a different tempo. You're typically used to having Tommy Hamill out there, who is more of Tommy McDonald, who's more of a traditional pocket passer, but Hamill is more of a running quarterback. He gets his call called in from Coach Davis. He barks it out to his team, and he's in the shotgun, and he's looking, and he's going deep. He had a man, and he just missed him, and he was targeting number 8, Bitterman, and he's targeted Bitterman a couple of times tonight, and on that play, he just missed him on that play. As we said, Upland comes in tonight's contest at 8-0. Etiwanda comes in at a record of 3-5, and they've had some great wins in league. They beat Los Osos, they beat Chino, lost to Rancho Cucamonga, and now they're taking on Damien. So now we're looking. Hamill has his call in from Coach Davis. He's in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers to his right. He has 1 to his left. And he has his running back. And his running back with him is number 5, and that's going to be Jacob Hillstock. Jacob is a junior running back, and Hamill has it. He's dealing. He throws it. He hits it. He tried to target Bitterman, and it looked like the DB got there a little bit early, but there is no call on that play. There was no call on that play. So it was 3rd and 6, and now you're looking at 4th and 6, and the punting team is coming out. So Etiwanda will be forced to do their second punt tonight with 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Etiwanda trails the visiting Upland Scots a score of 35-7. And Etiwanda, on your radio dial, they are going south on your radio dial. The ball was at about the 30-yard line. So Coach Davis decides that I'm going to go ahead and punt this ball, and he will do. Last time, Upland brought the house, almost blocked it, but Etiwanda was able to get the punt off. High snap on that play, and they put some more pressure on him. The ball bounces at the 40, takes the Etiwanda bounce, and then it kind of dribbles down the line, and the ball will be recovered at about the 37-yard line. So Upland is going to get some great field position, and they will get the ball at about the 37-yard line with 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. We'll see what Etiwanda can do on defense. We'll see what Upland can do on offense. And we saw that last play with David Baldwin when he rolled out. He was able to throw a dart in as he rolled out, just an absolute complete dart. And you can see why he is considered one of the best quarterbacks in the entire area. So with 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go, Etiwanda is on the defensive side. So Baldwin, as we said, one of the best quarterbacks in the area. And one thing that Upland is going to benefit from is they are in Division II this year. So they are going to be a force. So Baldwin is in the shotgun, and look how much time he has. Throws it up, just flicks the ball, and that's going to be, I think that's going to be no call.
He didn't call pass interference on that.
No, he did not. Wow. No, he did not. What a play there. So with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go, as you said, David Baldwin was at about his own 37-yard line, flicked the ball to the other side of the field to about the 20-yard line. He's one of those guys you'd hate to play catch with because he's going to tell you to go. He's in Upland. He's going to tell you to go to Rancho to catch this ball.
And he throws the ball with seemingly a minimal amount of effort, but he just has a very good ability to get the ball down and pinpoint.
So 2nd and 10 is a jet sweep. Boy, did I love that offense.
Oh, yeah.
And he pitches it to number 3. He got 5 yards. He's got 10 yards. What a stiff arm he threw on that back.
And that's going to be the Taj Davis, a junior. Again, if you're getting tired of seeing the juniors get the football, you don't watch Upland. Because,
right.
They give the ball to their junior players, and they let them go do their thing.
And the rest of Division II has got to be on edge because this Upland team has got it rolling. So with 6 minutes and 1 second to go, like we said, for Davis, boy, did he hit that crease when he got the ball in his opportunity. So the ball now is spotted. Now they're at Etiwanda's 37-yard line. And once again, like we said, Baldwin is in the shotgun. He's in the shotgun, and he's looking. He's got time. He's got a lot of time. He's got a receiver. And he almost got Moss, but he stopped him. What a play.
And that was number 11 on number 4. Our guy, Ward, on the breakup. And Ward significantly shorter in size, but really did a great job of getting the ball at the lower point on the breakup.
And he was targeting number 2, LaShawn Potts, on that play. And Potts went up and tried to make a play on the ball, but just at the end, he was not able to pull it in.
Now, you say he got mossed.
He almost got mossed.
For the folks out there who are not familiar with getting mossed, that's a acknowledgement to Randy Moss, who just jumps over the top of people.
And hands the ball off, and it looks like number 21 on the play. And that's number 21. No, that was 23. That was Cameron Davis.
Yeah, Cameron Davis, again, junior running back. I don't know how many touchdowns he has on the day, 3 maybe. But again, really getting a lot of production in for these Upland football teams.
And he got enough to get the first down. So now the ball is spotted at about the 26-yard line. They're at Etiwanda's 26-yard line with 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go. 1st and 10.
35 seconds to count.
And they are a machine. Upland I don't think they've had a penalty called on them yet. And he pitches out. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a move by number 13 on that play. And he's reaching for the end zone, didn't get it, and that's Isaiah Banks.
My goodness. Isaiah Banks could be going to the bank tonight, even though it's normally closed. But it's open now. He put on a move and left that defender standing still like he was taking pictures on picture day.
And Isaiah Banks is what? He's a junior.
Jesus. What are they doing out in Upland?
Right, so now you're looking at 1st and goal. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 4-yard line with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Upland first and goal from the 3-yard line. And once again, like we said, Baldwin now he's under center, has 2 running backs behind him, and he's going to throw it off. He's going to hit his receiver, and that was a perfect pass. When I say perfect, I don't think it could have got any better than that.
And they called the referee didn't even call a touchdown. It was such a good pass.
Did they give that to him?
I don't know. I haven't seen a touchdown called yet. No. Ward is saying no good.
Okay, so no touchdown on that play.
And did you see the way he just threw Baldwin threw that ball and crossed his body?
Right.
On a rope. Just threw it on a rope.
Right. That is and that's the one thing about Baldwin. I think they did give it to him. They gave it to him. That was a touchdown. They did give it to him. And you can see now because the extra point is being attempted, so that was a touchdown with 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Yeah, and what you're seeing right now, you're seeing Upland football just really dominate this football game. I mean, the quarterback, Baldwin, he's as good as advertised. Everybody's been talking about him. Say the quarterback special, well, you see a huge reason why this football team is 8-0 right now, and it's due to the contribution by their standout junior quarterback, Baldwin.
Right, and he is, with 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go, Upland just put up another touchdown in the game. So now they lead a score of 42-7 here in Rancho Cucamonga as the Upland Scouts have come to town, and they are as advertised. They have come to town, and they are ready to play. And you can see this is a team that was lights out against Rancho Cucamonga, and I definitely see that they are legit and they are real.
Yeah, we're seeing that tonight. I mean, again, you're going to, and you just alluded to this, Coach Brian, is that they're in D2. They won't even play Centennial. So, I mean, they have a track.
They won't play Centennial. They won't play Rancho Cucamonga. You won't play Modern Day. You won't play Bosco.
I don't know how they did that this year, but, hey, Upland will be the beneficiaries of it.
Right, indeed. Now, Lompoc, I know who they didn't win. They played Etiwanda tough here in playoffs last year. I think they got moved up.
And they were a tough team from up north.
Etiwanda takes the ball and kick off at the 10. Look at the speed of those defenders. And that's number 2. He has a crease.
Nice.
He almost got to the edge. And number 20 for Etiwanda is going to be Caleb Jackson.
And Caleb Jackson found that corner. We've been talking about them doing a little bit more on special teams. He didn't wait around for the kick return team. He found the gap and got upfield.
Right. And he got to that edge. The way that he was dancing looked like he was related to Michael. So now you're looking at first and 10. The ball is going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. One thing I say, one takeaway Coach Davis can definitely get is his kids are competing tonight.
Yeah, you have to be excited about your kids out there really showing up and contributing, and as you said, competing.
So Starks gets the ball, and he goes off tackle, and Starks, he's running hard tonight. So Starks looks like they're going to spot him at least that is a tough run for 3 yards.
Well, they're very, very stout inside the defensive line for that defensive front for Upland. Sometimes just looks impenetrable.
Right. I agree. So now, but on that play, actually, they gave him. It looks like they gave him at least 5 yards on that play, or 4 yards on that play. So you're going to be looking at second and about 6. The ball is spotted at Upland's 37-yard line with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Once again, the score is 42-7. The visiting Upland Scouts have control of the game.
No question.
Hamill's in the shotgun. He has Starks in the backfield with him. You can always tell, oh, man.
And they didn't, oof. They gave him a little mercy on that one.
Yeah, and he hits Bitterman. Ooh, Bitterman took a shot. That was, I think that was going to be helmet to helmet.
Yeah, they're going to call that.
And that's one thing, when I am a football guy and I didn't understand it, but now when you understand the damage that can happen playing football, it's like they say, they're trying to save football players from football players.
Agreed. When you go in there, I mean, I know when I play, my head, I'm just, having spent, just blessed that I didn't hurt my neck. I used to always put my head down. My coach used to tell me all the time, keep your head up.
Right.
And, so you come out, and then these players are bigger and faster. They know the game a little bit more. They have a better awareness. So when they come in there flying around like that, a kid could go out just on one hit.
Right.
So it's important that the refs are flagging these kids for us, so that way they can prepare accordingly.
Right. I agree. So that is a huge play. So that's going to be a 15-yarder. So now that's going to move Etiwanda into Upland's territory. So now the ball is at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Hamill gets his call, and he hands it off to number 5. And, boy, did he hit that crease. But, boy, they are fast. And
I got you. Number 5 is going to be Jacob Hillstock, a junior for Etiwanda Eagles. Came in to spell for the standout running back start.
Right. So now we're looking at 2nd and about 7. The ball is now spotted at the 39-yard line.
I almost called him John Starks right there.
So Coach Davis calls the play into Hamill. And we're looking at it's going to be 2nd and 7. The ball is now at the 39-yard line.
I want to give a big shout out to the snack bar folks, too.
Absolutely. Hillstock is in, our Bitterman is in the motion. And, boy, that looked like a busted play. Hamill, the minute he got the ball, they were in the backfield.
I don't know that was a busted play at all. That was just the Upland scouts getting upfield on both sides. It looked like there was a blitz coming on the outside, on the weak side and on the strong side, and he just was not able to get that ball off the way he wanted to in a comfortable setting.
Right. He's under duress, as they would say. So now on that play, they're going to mark him as no. He got back to the line of scrimmage, so you're looking at 3rd and 7. And they're coming. Hamill's going to keep the ball.
Again.
And on that play, it looks like they're going to give him some positive yards on that play. So it looks like he picked up about 4 yards. This 4-down territory.
Well, he bear crawled for 5 yards, so you got to give him that.
Right.
But no question, tonight they are in a 4-down situation. They have to score 7 points.
So they only gave him 1 yard. So 4th and 6.
Looks like they gave maybe 3.
Oh, wow. Hard count, and they got them to jump. Now, it's not going to be enough to give them a first down.
You're right about that. It's going to be a little bit off, but, this is manageable. You'd rather have 4th and 1 versus 4th and 6.
Right.
And very close. I mean, not even a whole yard.
Well, you'd rather have 1st and 10, but you'll take it.
Good point.
So 4th and 2. 4th and 2 for Etiwanda on this play with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter from beautiful Rancho Cucamonga, right on the outskirts of the city on the border of Fontana. One interesting fact about the school, about 75% of the students actually live in this area in Fontana. And Hamill keeps the ball. He needed about 2 yards. He's going to go. Hamill might make it. And he stopped. They get him. He picked up about 20 yards. These 2 yards picked up about 20. So now he's going to be inside the 10. And it looked like Hamill was running for his life.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. He scampered in there for about, like you said, 20 yards, got to the Upland 10-yard line, and has the Eagles in a situation with 2 minutes left to go in the half where they can score.
Mm-hmm. So 1 minute and 57 seconds to go. Hamill's in the shotgun, 1st and 10. And he pump fakes, and he has a man. And let's see what he got. Did he get it?
The ball came loose.
At the last minute, he was able to block it up. One thing I can say about Upland is they have some corners. They have some DBs.
They have corners, they have linebackers, and they have a defensive
They have
line.
DBs, they have running backs, they have receivers, they have quarterbacks.
Let me tell you something. And again, what's scary about this, as you were alluding to earlier in the broadcast, is that they're coming back.
Right.
And my. I mean, this has to just shake fear to the baseline football community.
So now Hamill's in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. He hands the ball off to his running back. No, it was a keeper. It was a keeper on that play.
And they watched him that time.
Right.
And see, what's happening is these guys are really locked in because they see that Starks is not in the football game right now, so they're taking advantage of it.
Right. And that's one of the things that you can see is they've made the adjustment. And one thing that people don't realize is a lot of people want to get to the red zone, but the end zone becomes a defender. So the red zone is it's so compact.
Exactly. And the DBs, they use that same philosophy when you're trying to guard on the outside next to the sideline.
Right. So now you're looking at 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal. So he throws it up. He has a receiver. And there's another pass interference called. And, that's one thing with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. So that's going to be they're going to move the ball up. It's going to be an automatic first down. That's something that could come back to haunt Upland in the future.
Well, I mean, it potentially. I think that, but they're just playing really aggressive on the outside. I think that's what you're seeing with the corners out there. The corners are really playing aggressive, and they're making it difficult for the Etiwanda Eagles to make plays. However, when you're playing aggressive like that, you could give wind to some calls, and it looks like the refs are calling them pretty tight.
Right. And exactly they are. So 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. It is a score of 42-7, but Etiwanda, they're going to get an automatic first down. So you're looking at first and goal from the 5. And back in the game is, no, that's still number 5. And Hamill's going to keep the ball. He called his own number. He needed 5 yards, and he got him. So that is a touchdown for the Etiwanda Eagles. And it looks like they ran very smartly. They ran Alec Anderson's way.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Alec Anderson made a hit on somebody, and I mean, not only did he knock his guy down, he knocked the other guy down that he blocked him into.
Right.
So you're talking about studmuffin.com right there. Really did a good job and allowed Hamill to walk into the end zone untouched.
Great play for Hamill. That is a great play for Hamill on that quarterback keeper for Etiwanda. Like we said, they're giving them a change-up. They're used to the traditional pocket passer, Tommy Hamill, Tommy McDonald, but Hamill is out there doing his thing. And I do see Hamill on the sidelines. I know Hamill is patiently waiting. But now you're looking at 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. Etiwanda has a score of 42-14. And this is one thing that Coach Davis has got to say to himself. We're putting points on the board on this team.
No question about it. And that's what you want to see tonight. You want to see your team compete. Worst-case scenario, as we mentioned, if they lose this game, and obviously there's still a lot of football to be played tonight, if they do lose this game, they have a huge matchup with Damon. And you and Damien, excuse me. And we called that game last year. It was I don't know what to call that game. I mean, it's something apocalyptical.
The comeback of a lifetime.
We're talking about Noah's Ark. You know what I mean? It was something. And so they've had this game circled for at least a fiscal year. And so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but my goodness, it's going to be they got a big couple of weeks of football lined up for Coach Davis and his Eagles.
Right. So now we're looking at the kickoff is coming. So are you going to kick it deep or are you going to pooch kick it?
You have to be very careful because if you give the balls, if you give the Etiwanda Upland the ball on a short field, I mean you're really asking for it.
Right.
And it looks like the way that it looks, it may even be an onside.
We'll see on that one. I think they're going to kick it deep. Now they kick it deep. I think they're just positioning the way they're going to get the ball, and it is recovered at the 15-yard. It's a fake reverse,
and they're already
there we go. And there we go to the edge.
Oh,
and he
my
is gone.
Goodness!
And that for Upland, that's number 23, takes it to the house, and that's Cameron Davis. Gets the ball at about the 15-yard line, and I tell you, Upland can block. Wow,
is all I can say. It's for weeks. I've been here, and I've been very vocal about the pooch kick. And now you're starting to kind of see why that pooch kick is happening on some Etiwanda is struggling tonight on special teams. That's something you have to get shored up quickly.
Right. And just like that, Etiwanda scored and Upland answers in less than 10 seconds. What's a decent 100 score is under 10 seconds?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that if you timed it, he was probably up there somewhere.
Yeah, well, no, if you under 10 seconds is light speed, but even if you run at 10, that's fast.
Right. So when you're 51 seconds ago, Upland responds just like that to go up a score of 40. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So they go up a score of 49-14.
Responded very quickly. I mean, Etiwanda comes in there, they drive down the field, take some time off the clock, and I mean, before you can get a cup of coffee in the morning, Upland turns around and scores.
Coming to you from Eagle Stadium, Etiwanda is a critical baseline league matchup. Etiwanda has a playoff berth. They got to get a couple of wins in, and they have the possibility of getting into the playoff.
Or maybe not.
Right.
In certain cases. So.
Right. And last year, like we said, was Coach Davis' second year at the helm, and Coach Davis was able to get the team into the playoffs last year. And I know Coach Davis wants to build, and they ended up getting into the second round, which is really good for the Etiwanda Eagles. And it shows that Coach Davis is growing the team, and he's building a winning culture here.
No question about it. I think that, when you're a fan of this game, you want teams to win right now.
Right.
But most folks will tell you
it's a process.
Exactly. It takes a year. people are really eyeballing Coach Davis right now because he's in his third year. And generally speaking, the third year is where you see your team start to kind of take on your personality. And we're starting to see that happen.
So we kick off the ball for the kickoff, and it is fielded at the 10, the 15, the 20. Ooh.
The ball's loose.
Oh, the ball is loose. Let's see who's going to get that. And that kickoff was fielded by Caleb Jackson. It looks like Etiwanda has the ball. They were able to recover. Yep, your head, the white hat, was able to confirm that Etiwanda did recover the ball, which is big. And I will say tonight with Ruben Lopez is the referee. That when you refer to white hat, it's the referee.
The head ref.
It's been a consistent night.
No, it has. It has. I can say that, we had, you're always going to question a couple calls, but for the most part, they have been consistent. Another thing I wanted to make note of is we're seeing the tradition, as we're getting close to halftime, is that the Upland Cheerleaders have made their way over to the Etiwanda home side. And tonight is senior night, so we want to make sure we give a big shout-out to the seniors.
Absolutely.
Who are now going to be making the transition wherever they're going to be going.
And Hamill hands the ball off. We'll see if that's going to be the last play of the night. We will see with 27
seconds.
I'm sorry, of the half. You are correct. You are correct.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Right? So with 21 seconds to go, Coach Davis is barking in. It looks like Coach Davis is content with going into the house for the half.
We're going to do a clock runoff. And at the half, as you said, Coach Davis, strong performance. I don't know if this is running clock performance here, but very strong performance by Upland, 49-14. On top of the Eagles right now at halftime. And the words of, and I'll say this because Upland wears green. Yes. And the words of Denny Green, rest in peace. They were what they said they were. They were what we thought they were. If you're going to crown them, crown them.
So at the halftime, we're looking at a score of 49-14 for Upland as they visit Etiwanda High School, and as I look on the field, I see Jordan Porter, and I know he's got to be frustrated tonight. He's out of this game. He's been out the last few games. I know he's frustrated because he was at Upland for a little while, and then made the move over here to.
Oh yeah, so this is a big. I know
Etiwanda.
He kind of. I bet he wanted to play this game, but again, you get yourself ready to go. He's going to be needed. We're talking about Jordan Porter, the standout wide receiver for Etiwanda. He's going to be needed desperately. In the latter part of the season. We're just excited he was able to come back.
Great little backstory, just so you know. This week, as everyone knows, I have two kids at Etiwanda High School, and I did the career day, so I was pretty excited about it.
Right.
And Jordan Porter was in one of my classes, and believe I tried to get him to tell me where he was going. He would not do it. He was mum.
He's cool.
Yes, he said that he was going to make the announcement, I think, Tuesday. At second period at the school.
This Tuesday?
This Tuesday or Wednesday, yes. He's going to make the announcement. So I tried to get him to give me a insight, but no, he was not going to do it. So just to give you a quick recap, as we said once again, for Etiwanda, when you look at the game, they started the night off, and the thing about it that was exciting, and I know one thing that Coach Davis was saying is they were standing toe-to-toe to start the game off with scoring with number 46 for Upland, and that was Cameron Walker. But Etiwanda went ahead and responded, which was really positive for them. Lawrence Starks came back and scored a touchdown for Etiwanda to put the score at 7-7. What does Upland do? They respond, and number 9, Tavon Ford, came back and scored a touchdown to put them up a score of 14-7, and then Upland came back and scored again, and they took a score after a fumble recovery. They went up to a score of 21-7, and that wasn't it for them, as they would go ahead and score once again. Cameron Davis would score again for Upland to put the score 27-7, and then the extra point, of course, was good. And after that, Upland just kept on with the onslaught, and number 21, Kyle Jones, went ahead and scored on a 3-yard touchdown run to put the score then at with the extra point, of course, a score of 35-7. David Baldwin hit a 3-yard touchdown pass to Bryce Parker, a play that you said it looks like the referee, it took him a little while.
Yeah, to kind of register a little bit.
For him to give that up. And then after that, Etiwanda came back and scored. Hamill called his own number, and he went in for the quarterback keeper, a 5-yard touchdown run to go with the extra point. The score was 42-14. But before the halftime, Upland would come back, and they would go in with a kickoff that was taken to the house. And that was, once again, number 23, Cameron Davis. And we've talked about him a lot tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Upland is just, any time that Etiwanda has shown any kind of willingness to try to be competitive and score in the game, they've responded quickly. And you can just see this team is special. I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff happen here, but this football team is something special. Coach Salter has them really just rolling. And when I talked to Coach Davis at the beginning of the football game, he said, I said, what do these guys do on offense? He said, they do everything. They got multiple sets. The quarterback allows them to do that. He can just fall back and throw darts when he wants to, or he's very content with handing the ball off as well. So he's good either way. We've seen that. He's patient, and you don't really see that a lot from a junior quarterback. But as you were mentioning, this is not his first go-around. This kid is used to stardom. He's been starting since he was a freshman, and it shows by him having the touchdown-to-interception ratio, which is really, this guy could almost right wherever you're talking about Jordan Porter saying wherever he wants to go. This kid could go really, with that kind of skill set, he can go wherever he wants.
Right, I agree. And when you think about it, with him being only a junior, he's really improved his game because last year they were a part of Division I, and I know last year they played some of the Pac-5 schools. So that's one of the things, when you look at it, he's come back and he's much more poised this year because he's been starting for a while, and he's been starting at Upland High School, which plays a very, very high-profile team. So it's not like they're playing teams that are not seriously competitive. When you look at it last year, I know they were in the playoffs, and when they were in the playoffs, they did lose in the playoffs. But I think that experience is starting to show that it's really helped him now down the road.
No question about it. And I think that what you're seeing is a total package from the quarterback position. As you were saying earlier in the broadcast, he can take it from under center. He takes it in the shotgun. And then he can pass the ball with precision from anywhere.
So last year they played Bosco in the playoffs. And you're talking about,
one of the best teams in SoCal.
Right, especially last year.
Well, yeah, last year, they competed for the whole thing. So yeah.
Right. So last year, because Bosco ended up going to the state championship. They didn't win that game, but they went all the way up to the state championship last year. So Bosco had a really good year. And one thing that we always like to tell people is make sure that when you get a chance, make sure if you're up Saturday morning, make sure you listen to IE Sportsnet. And one thing that we always do right here on the broadcast is we always utilize our scores right there on IESportsnet.com. If you're on a mobile device, make sure you scroll down towards the bottom. You'll have all the scores, or if you're on a laptop, the scores will be right there in the right corner for you. And I know we got some good scores out there.
Yes, we do. And I'll just start it off right now. Again, as you said, you can get live scores, up-to-the-minute scores, always live on IESportsnet.com. Right now, in the third quarter, we have the Chino Cowboys right now losing to the Charter Oak Chargers, 28-10. Grand Terrace, there's a gentleman that wants to make sure that we talk about Grand Terrace. And Grand Terrace right now is beating Kaiser. As you said, Kaiser's on the come-up. But they're putting boots to Kaiser right now, 30-14 in the third quarter. Then you have Rubidoux Falcons. The Rubidoux Falcons, again, notable school. But they are losing right now to Moreno Valley Vikings in the third quarter, 15-0. And then you take it back to Ramona. They're playing an away game at Norta Vista. Norta Vista High School, a school we're very familiar with. We play our Riverside Sheriff County All-Star football game at that campus. And it looks like Ramona just scored, which I'm very excited about. So now Ramona is maybe in a potential tie, 20-21
in the third quarter.
And then some real big games are here. Cajon in a very tight game with the Carter line, And these guys are crosstown rivals. They're very close proximity. But right now, Cajon is putting it to them, 20-13. And so that's a game we really want to keep an eye on. Another game that has very, very big potential here tonight is the Los Osos Chino Hills game. And right now they are very competitive, 28-24 at the half. Los Osos is edging them out over the Huskies right now. And another big score I want to get to, and let me I don't know what's going on in Rancho Verde, but last week they blanked the undefeated Arrington Lions. I want to say they put up 50 points, close to 50 points on them last week. They now are coming in this week over Riverside Poly, a Riverside notable powerhouse, and they're beating them 62-21 at the half. I don't know what happened over there. Somebody must have came else. I don't know what happened. Something happened over there. But the last couple of weeks, for 2 weeks, they've scored over 100 points.
And one school that I want to talk about that we've got to really get this gentleman in, Coach Crump over at Faux High. Way to turn that thing around. There was a great write-up about him where Faux High has been on some down times for a while.
For a long time.
Yes. And they are actually up at the half over Colton. I know Greg Hollaback at the station won't like that, but Fontana is up a score of 12-10 over the Colton Yellow Jackets. And they were saying, I think if he got a win, it would be like one of their best seasons in years.
Wow. That's big. I know right now they have to be excited about that. They're wanting to win. And again, you see that happening. Another thing we have to make sure that we make a note to. I know folks this is football season, but one thing we have to make a note of right now, I'm just going to talk about it, baseball. And right now, in the bottom of the seventh, the Dodgers are still right there. They have big bats, and it's 3-5. And again, bottom of the seventh going into the eighth. Coach B, can Dave Roberts, the skipper, the man, the myth, the legend, can he get his Dodgers ready to go for this thing?
I sure hope so, because it was a score when we first reported. It was 4-1. The Dodgers put up 2 points in the second inning, or 2 scores in the second inning. So we'll see if they can add up more. But you're starting to play against Father Time.
No question about it. And I've already got my reservations for the parade. So that'll be devastating if they can't pull this off.
Hopefully you won't be going to Houston.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I didn't. My Cowboys were out the street, but I don't plan to take that trip anytime soon. We want to make sure we give a big shout out to Coach Davis. This happens to be. We don't have another home game, a regular season game scheduled tonight, but we have to really give a big shout-out to Coach Davis' coaching staff, the boosters over at Etiwanda has done a really good job. The great folks over at the snack bar that really keep us hydrated, keep us fed. Sometimes these are long games, Coach B, so we need to make sure we have that energy.
Right.
So we thank them. And one thing we've had a treat of every halftime is watching this Etiwanda marching band. I mean, they're not one of the better bands with their flag team here in the Inland. I don't know. I mean, they come out here and they always create a big spectacle for us during halftime.
Yes, the Marching Eagle Regiment. It's quite a sight to see. And like we said, I know they've gone over the world. My kids are friends with some of the people in the band, and I think they were just over in London. So I mean. I've been on this earth 42 years and have not been to London, so that's a great thing for these young kids. I mean, what an experience that is. Like we said earlier in the week yesterday, actually, I know the freshman team and the JV team, they battled Upland. We're working on getting those scores, but what an event that this has been. Etiwanda, they can hang their hat and say that they have been super competitive tonight. And that's one thing I know Coach Davis would take away with him, is they've showed up and they've been competitive tonight. So we got just about over 3.5 minutes to go. Like we said, once again, the score here in Rancho Cucamonga is the visiting Upland Scouts lead your home Etiwanda Eagles a score of 49-14 here in Rancho Cucamonga. And once again, like we said, this is the second year we've had the privilege of calling the games, the Fox Sports 1350 High School Game of the Week. And this is one of the more scenic stadiums that you'll see in the Inland Empire. We're nestled right here on the border of Fontana and Rancho Cucamonga, and you have a view of the 210 freeway, the 15 freeway. You have the mountains, you have the lights. Right now we get to see a lot of red lights because everyone's stuck in traffic. So they might as well veer over here, support the snack bar, and see some football because you're not going very far.
Anywhere. Yeah, no, it's a parking lot on the 15 freeway right now, but yeah, no, this facility, Coach B, what they've done here at Etiwanda High School, I know the community, the Fontana / Rancho Cucamonga community, it has to be excited about this. I mean, it is hard to think. As long as Etiwanda's been here, they haven't had a football field here.
Since 1982.
Yeah.
And this is the second year they've had a stadium. Yeah, the community is definitely behind it. It shows up on my property taxes. So we are definitely behind it.
behind it voluntarily or involuntarily.
Right.
Behind it.
Right.
But no, this has been great. We love it. The station loves it. The folks over at Fox Sports 1350, all our staff is really, really excited. You got to give a shout out to Greg Holler, Anthony Elson over there at the station to do a really, really good job of making sure that we have all we need to get the job done.
Right, and when you talked about the Eagle Marching Regiment, which is the band here at Etiwanda High School, this is a special night for a lot of these kids because, yes, the band goes out and supports other sports, but this is when they get to bring everyone out and they get to bring out the design, the set design and things like that. This is their last time for the seniors to do this.
Yeah. I mean, and as we were coming in, the seniors were being introduced. This has been great. It's just been the color guard. We see everybody's out there. It's just been really something really special. And these guys is well deserved. I mean, we never think about how much goes into these bands and the construction of these sets. I'm certain there's a lot to do. There's a whole big to do about it. But they do a really good job, and now they're wrapping up the halftime show for the regular season. Right.
It's a great thing. And I had that conversation with my own daughter because this is her senior year, so this is her last time coming out and being a part of that as well.
Did she tear up on you?
No.
Okay. All right. No.
She did not. So it looks like we're just about ready to get back to business. I see the greens coming back out, so that's the Scouts. They're coming out and they're ready to play. And I tell you, they are, as we said, they are a machine.
Yes, they are. And
very efficient.
Oh yeah. No doubt about it. Coach Salter has these Scouts of Upland playing some really lights-out football.
I have to ask Coach Salter, are you Scouts or are you Highlanders?
I've been calling them both.
That's what
and when you go to their, big shout out to Max Prep. You go to Max Prep, they got both of them on it.
Right.
And it's difficult for me to call them Highlanders because we have folks that are Highlanders over in Riverside. We have the UC Riverside Highlanders, and they're not called Scouts.
Right.
So
I would say their helmet says Scout, so I would call them a Scout.
That's what I've been doing for the majority of it. So we'd have to get Coach Salter in, and maybe he can give us a little background on the Highlander Scouts thing. Because the only thing I know about a Highlander is UCR and that movie where the guy goes in time.
There you go. So it looks like Etiwanda I see the players coming out, and they're getting ready. They're ready for the second half of action here from the city of Rancho Cucamonga. Etiwanda, or excuse me, people here would say this is the city of Etiwanda. So we have them getting ready. You see the kickers loosening up. I don't see the Eagles yet, as a matter of fact. No, they're coming out now. So the Eagles, led by big number 70, coming on the field. And you know who number 70 is.
He's like that guy. He reminds me of that guy on that old Richard Pryor movie when they had Bustin' Loose. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
But Gene Hackman?
Yes.
Not Gene Hackman, but Gene Wilder.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Richard Pryor, too. My guy.
That indeed. So Etiwanda is ready to, we're about 2 minutes or so out.
Another big game is taking place right now. Crosstown rivals Roosevelt Mustangs and Santiago Sharks. As I told you, Santiago is ranked very high right now. Has some big. Did they beat Norco? They may have beaten Norco.
I don't believe so. No, Norco got him.
They did get him. Okay. So, and I know it was a high-scoring game.
Right. Norco in the end did beat them.
Yes. Yeah, so you're seeing, but right now, 7-7 with Roosevelt and Corona Santiago at the half. you know, it's going to be tough here.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see that Chino Hills.
I'm surprised Chafee and Don Lugo are locked up in a tough match.
Yeah.
8-9, Chafee. And Don Lugo took a big loss. Don Lugo, Ontario Colony avenged the loss from last year. That shocker.
Yes, they did. And right now, friend of the show, Coach, he's on the cover of our Ice Sportsnet magazine. And that's Coach Burns. Tough game tonight against the Notre Dame Titans.
And look at Aquinas putting it on them.
Oh, yeah.
Score of 54-0 over Western Christian.
Yeah. So, again, if you want to get live up-to-the-minute scores, and this is all across the board. This is volleyball, softball. If there's badminton is being played competitively on the prep level, the score is going to be up there. It is. That's the great thing about we have everything up there but the Dow Jones.
Right.
But I can tell you
and
right
we're working on it.
We're working to get the Dow Jones up there.
We'll at least get the NASDAQ up.
There you go.
So we're looking at, like we say, we're just about a minute out, and when you look at it, it is the top of the eighth. The Dodgers are 0 outs, and it looks like the score is 3-5. So we'll see.
What do you think right now, as we're going in? It looks like we got about maybe 50 seconds left. What does Coach Davis need to do right now to get back in this football game from your perspective?
You just got to keep doing what you did to get here. Continue to let Hamilton. The one thing that we've noticed is you don't want to expose your quarterback to some hits, but that's been one thing that has really been a positive for them tonight because we'll see if we see Starks again this half. But with them focused so much on the running backs, him keeping the ball has been a keeper. And like we said, Hamill was the one who scored the touchdown to bring it up to 14 points. So I would continue to give the ball to Hamill because that's the one thing that works. You don't want to give him the ball too much because, like I said, you don't want your quarterback taking too many big shots because that's a recipe for disaster.
No question about it. I think that Coach Davis understands that. But we're going to see what happens here early. I don't know who gets the football here. I think
Etiwanda got the ball first, so they'll be kicking it off.
Ooh. So it doesn't get any easier.
It does not. It does not.
And then you got to think right now. Again, you never want to look forward, but they still have to keep their head on the swivel because they want that third place. They can taste it.
Right.
They want that third place bad.
Right.
And if you can get third place in the baseline league right now, hey, that's something.
Right. When you think of this juggernaut in Upland, and that's the thing about it. There are no nights off in the baseline league, especially now with Los Osos, who's experienced some down years. With Los Osos, they're coming. Los Osos is absolutely coming. Like we said, Los Osos has been a tough matchup with Chino Hills.
Right. And again, that we need to. I'm trying to figure out who Damien's playing tonight.
Damien's. I think they're playing Rancho.
Ooh. Well, we know what's going to happen after the game.
Right. Yeah. It's 42-3 at the third quarter. So Etiwanda kicks the ball off, and Upland gets the ball at the 25. They're up to the 30. They're up to the 35.
Wow.
He's getting to that edge, and that is okay. They're stopped. So that was number 21 with the return, and number 21 is going to be Kylie Jones.
And excuse me, they're still having a really. I can see them really working on this in practice coming up. They have to throw up some loose ends on that kickoff return.
Right.
On that kickoff coverage, excuse me. Great night tonight, even though it is a little, I'll take it because, I like to be cold.
It's actually cooled off, and ball was in the backfield, and he's passing, and he had a receiver, and he missed him. And he had a man.
Yeah, he did. He had a wide open. It would have been an easy first down. But good coverage by Ward. I like that. Ward came in, and Ward was physical on the outside and made sure that they weren't able to pick that up.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out right now what constitutes a running clock. But I know right now the clock is still at normal.
And it is first and down. And they hand the ball off to number 23, and 23 is going to be Cameron Davis. Baldwin handed off. He was under the gun, and he handed off to Davis, and Davis picked up. It was 2nd and 10, and Davis. First and 10. Second and 10, and Davis picked up. It looked like about 5 yards on that play. So you're looking at a third and about 5 or 6 yards with 11 minutes and 21 seconds to go, and Upland is back at it, right where they took off in the first half.
Yeah, they're able to do some really, really good things. And, again, they're going to have to keep their head on a swivel for this.
And Baldwin is in the shotgun. He's got so much time. He can make a batch of cookies, and one of his receivers comes open. That's the one thing about it's very hard to defend for that long.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. It's too, as a former defensive back, I mean, 5 seconds is an eternity. When you have 7 to 9, 10 seconds potentially, it's going to be a long night.
So he needed about 5 yards on that play, and he got about 15. And the one thing, too, and with the defender, I understand what he did because Baldwin looked like he was going to scramble. So it looked like the defender committed. So Baldwin's in the shotgun. He's looking deep, and he has him in. Boy, did he sling that pass, and it bounced off of his defender, off of his receiver's hand. And it looked like he targeted number 13 on that play, and that's going to be Isaiah Banks.
Isaiah Banks, another junior. One thing, I mean, and what we're seeing here, you don't notice that we're calling a favorite receiver all night. He's spreading the ball out, which again is as a junior coming in, just shows a lot of head. He's running for the first time.
And he keeps the ball,
and he can run.
That play, boy, did he! Oh man, he took someone with him, and he picked up about 30 yards on that quarterback keeper.
And there were three Etiwanda Eagles down. That just almost ran over,
and he's got speed.
We didn't know.
One thing that he does not lack is speed.
I mean, this guy's sat in the pocket all night, hasn't he? I mean, what a special quarterback.
He is with 10 minutes and 21 seconds to go, and just like that, Upland is in the red zone. So Baldwin, he's under center. He has two running backs in the backfield with him. His H-back goes in motion. He fakes the handoff. He keeps it, and he's got another receiver. And his timing has been off a little bit tonight because he had a receiver.
I don't know that it was a timing. I just think it was a bad throw because, it wasn't like the defenders got to him. It was a bad throw.
Right.
But to me, that, again, as a junior quarterback, when you see him, I mean, the way that ball comes out of his hand is just impressive.
Right, and I would say not his timing necessarily. I meant it was his accuracy.
Accuracy has definitely been in question the last few series.
So now you're looking at it. Baldwin again is under the shotgun. It's 2nd and 4. Wow, they sent some
reshift.
Boy, that was some serious. They sent like 4 people in motion. Baldwin and boy did they have some misdirection, and they hit the receiver, and that is a touchdown.
Wow, and what they did right there was not really a pick route. But they sent another a receiver deep, and then one in the flat. And then you're as a DB, you're thinking, they're going to run a fade, and they did not guard the flat, and the flat was wide open for a touchdown.
I'll tell you this: I've watched football a long time. I've never seen that many people shift at one time.
That was an interesting shift. But hey, no flag was thrown. There's at least 6 people involved.
Because I thought only one person could shift at a time.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it.
Corrected.
Yes, we know now.
With 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go, Upland is going for the extra point, and the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So now you have a score of 55-14 with 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Like we said, Upland deferred in the first half, and now they got the ball first in the second half, and they capitalized tonight.
They're a big play waiting to happen. And you see this on, normally you can pinpoint who's going to be the beneficiary of the big play, but not with this Upland team. They have so many weapons, and they play so efficient. They're really, really good, efficient football, is that at any time they can get the ball up, and Coach, they're causing problems.
And with Baldwin, I've noticed his favorite receiver is whoever is eligible.
Yeah, and whoever's open, whoever's eligible. I agree.
So that's who. If you can get open, he's going to hit you with the ball. So at 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go, Etiwanda will receive this kickoff. Upland is getting ready The kicker is going through his
they're
free
playing
kick.
loose football, man.
Yeah.
These kids are dancing. I mean, my goodness.
Right. And Upland kicks the ball, kicks it deep, and he's got a chance. He's got a shot.
He's got to get over there right now. And he did not run where the players were.
And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what that is.
It's going to be face mask.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be face mask definitely on for a personal foul on Upland.
And that looked like Nico Bousquet that was returning that punt.
As I mentioned, my last name like Bousquet. That'd be Bousquet,
right?
Everything. First, last name, middle. Oh, wow. That's going to be on Etiwanda. That's going to be a hold, it looks like.
Wow.
So it looks like they're going to call a holding.
That's tough. So instead of starting off at 20, you push yourself back to the 10.
And what you don't want to have here is because if you make a mistake in this area right here, you're giving up 2 points. It's going to be a safety.
Right. So now with 9 minutes and 52 seconds to go, Etiwanda has first and 10. And it looks like there was a change at quarterback. It looks like Tommy McDonald has entered the game.
Oh, they're going to bring it. Oh, yeah. That is right. And I think, for Coach Davis, I think what he's doing here, hey, you know what? We're in a situation, very tough situation to get ourselves out of. But let me get my backup quarterback in here. Make sure they're ready to go for the season because they're prepping right now. They're prepping for, again, we're coming to a close at the end of the regular season, but they're prepping for the postseason, Coach B.
Right. So now we're looking at second and 10. The ball is still spotted at the 10-yard line. So let's see what Tommy can do. He is out there, and he is in the shotgun. It is him, and his running back is number 5, and that's going to be Jacob Hillstock. He has 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's in the shotgun, and he hands the ball off to Hillstock. And Hillstock, one thing, I don't know if you can run east and west on this team.
No.
You have to run downhill, and you got to go north. The Etiwanda Eagles are going north on your radio dial. And it looks like he actually picked up. It looks like they gave him about 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, and they did. I don't know. Whoa. That was interesting. Because, again, right now, the penetration that they're getting from the defensive line of Upland has been something. They've been ready. I mean, the quarterback hasn't even had enough time to hand the ball off comfortably because people are in the backfield harassing them.
Right. So now you're looking at third and about 7, and the ball is it's 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go. The ball is spotted at about the 11-yard line. And on that play, Hillstock keeps it again. And Hillstock looked like Hillstock may have lost some yards on that play.
It's getting a little chippy in there as well.
It
is. It's one of these things where you want to keep, your wits because, here you don't want to get suspended.
Right.
You got a huge game coming up next week.
Right.
Your team needs you, and you want to close this game out. I don't know if they'll see Upland again in the playoff potentially, but you want to close this game out with a sense of pride and a sense of have some pride with your school.
Right. They will not see each other. Upland's Division 2, Etiwanda's Division 4, so they would not see each other in the playoffs. So Etiwanda's getting ready to kick the ball off with 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Good punt. Big booming punt. Call for a fair catch, takes the Etiwanda bounce. It bounced, but Upland is going to have great field position at about the 41-yard line.
Really good field position. And when you when you're able to find out the logic behind this CIF playoff system, please send me an email.
Right. Well, it's about being fair and balanced because you have teams like years ago, historically, you would have teams like Centennial when they played in the old Inland Division. They would play against teams out here that just weren't as strong as them.
Agreed.
So now when they're trying to level the playing field. So now, rightfully so, Centennial is playing against the Boscos and the Modern Days in the playoff bracket, as opposed to the lower seeds out here that they would typically run through.
Agreed.
So 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go. You're looking at Upland. They have first down, and the ball is at about the 42-yard line. And Baldwin is out there. Baldwin is dealing. Ball, he fakes the handoff and it looks like, we got to enter. They got to. It's going to be a pick six. We've got some speed. Number 40, get it. It is a pick six.
And he hit the quarterback. Got to be careful right there.
It is a pick six with number 48 for Etiwanda, and that's going to be Nathan Ramos.
Nathan Ramos, a senior from Etiwanda. Right there, he read the play, and what it was going to be a screen pass, and Mr. Ramos read that thing from the giddy-up and took it in there, and the quarterback, Baldwin, tried to make a play, but he didn't tackle with intentions of making a tackle.
And that's the one thing about it. They don't teach tackling like they used to. You can't bump into anybody. And with that, Baldwin let him.
I was just about to say, no, you're right, because Baldwin just let him.
Just let him go. You're the quarterback.
You're the quarterback, and you don't want to get mixed up in that stuff, because some people are. I'll be honest with you. I was looking for an opportunity to hit a quarterback.
Right.
So and lots of people are thinking like that. So you want to get yourself out of there. If you can't dive and make it look good, get out of there.
Right. Great play.
Really good play by Ramos.
Right. That is something he'll think about for a long time. And I'll say Ramos looked like a Buick because he had wheels.
Well, and then especially with a game like this where it was getting out of hand a little bit, and Etiwanda could have sat back on the hills and say, hey, this is it for tonight. They never did that. And Ramos, leading that effort, had a great pick and really showed a lot of effort by scoring on that play and didn't go down easy.
And he had speed.
Yes, he did.
He had some serious will, so he outran the receiver.
Yes, he did.
Which is great. So while we have a break in the action, the Etiwanda Eagles Booster Club wants to thank their proud sponsors. The Hat, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater L.A. area of Rancho Cucamonga, Upland, and now Murrieta. Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for over 12 years with 30 years experience in the structural steel industry. Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. The Poke Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga. Tough Shed, Ontario, solving your backyard and business storage needs since 1981. Patterson Realty Group, a part of Nationwide Real Estate Executives. Call Steve Patterson at 909-904-3090. That's 909-904-3090. And second District Supervisor, Janice Rutherford. We want to thank her for stepping up and helping. Boy, what a return on that kickoff while we were away for a commercial break. That was a great kickoff return that was taken all the way out to the 50-yard line.
That's Kyle Jones again on the return. And they're just Jones. Kyle Jones. And we already know what Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones is a senior, actually. But this team is loaded. I mean, when I look at the numbers, you may be kind of like, you may look at this and go, okay, Baldwin's a guy, but they got studs all over this football field,
right? And there we go. Here's one downfield, hands it off tackle.
Arm tackle.
And what a great tackle, and what a way to stop him from running. And that was number 21 for Upland, which is who?
The scout.
Kyle Jones.
Oh, that was Jones again?
Yes.
Wow.
Number 21, Kyle Jones.
Yeah. And a huge shoestring tackle. But it looks like there's a player on the field, down on the field, who needs a little help.
And that was Dylan Wilson that made that tackle. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle.
It was.
I ever saw one.
And there's a lot of, and one thing Coach Davis, and I'm sure they're going to watch film on this, one thing they're going to have to get sewed up is they're going to have to get sewed up that the arm tackling.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to face running backs that can really bring the load, and you're not going to bring them down with an arm tackle. It's not going to happen.
Right.
You got to get in front of folks, and you got to tackle with bad intentions.
Right. I absolutely agree with you on that. So with 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go, the Etiwanda Eagles they're in a fight.
And I don't know if folks know this or not. The folks that are listening to our broadcast, obviously we thank you for joining us tonight on Fox Sports 1350. But we also want to make sure we let you know you can hang out with us tomorrow in the morning, Coach B, on our radio show live and direct. We'll be live and direct at our iHeartRadio studio. For Fox Sports 1350, we'll have our weekly wrap-up, the Fox Sports Morning Show, live at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Top of the ninth, the Dodgers are still down 3-5.
Ooh, I don't want to hear that.
So Upland is back at it. And here it is,
wow.
Kyle Jones
Down.
off tackle. First and 10, he needed 10 yards for a first down. He gets about 15.
And he has a way running the football. I mean, it's
called fast.
Fast, and it's very smooth as well. Coming again, they have two running backs that are featured here. Davis, 626 yards coming to the game, 11 touchdowns, and then Jones, 536 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season. He's obviously contributed a lot more tonight.
Right. So now with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go, you're looking at first and 10. The ball is at the 14-yard line for Upland, and they're in Etiwanda's territory. And while we have a break, we'll go back to our commercial announcements. We want to thank the Etiwanda Eagles football boosters. We want to thank Cup Shed Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981, and Patterson Realty Group, a part of the nationwide real estate executives. Call Steve Patterson at 909-904-3090. And we couldn't do this without the support. This is, like we said, this is the final regular home season game for the Etiwanda Eagles. This is our second year being here. They've been so gracious to allow us to be here. We certainly appreciate it. We couldn't do this without Greg Howler back at the station in Rancho Cucamonga. We thank him so much for everything that he does.
Yeah, what a great game! And again, they've had a great season. But right now they're playing a very, very tough, well-coached team.
And Baldwin's under center. First and 10, got a running back in motion, and he is dealing.
Green.
The
fumble.
Is okay? They didn't blow the whistle, so I didn't know. I didn't think that was. And we saw a play like that for Etiwanda that was called a touchdown for Upland.
And again, that play right there had me really, really questioning. The referees on that play. Obviously they're out here; they got a job to do as well. But yeah, I don't know how they called that play a fumble last time. So
6 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Second and 10. The ball is at the 14. Baldwin is under center.
Look at
Hands
that
the
run.
ball
Look at
off.
that run.
Look at the lane to Kyle Jones.
I mean, he just hurdled over two Etiwanda football players like he was running the 110 hurdle, the sprint.
Right.
What a play by Kyle Jones.
So now you're looking at first and goal. The ball is now on the doorstep. You have Baldwin under center. He has such a command of this team.
Yes, he does.
Under center, hands the ball off to who else but Kyle Jones. And Kyle Jones walks into that end zone for the touchdown. So now you have a score momentarily of 62-21 pending your extra point with 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go.
What we can say is that Upland has, prior to the game against Rancho, they've come in and been very dominant, as they were tonight. But Etiwanda has shown that they can score on them. And if they can solve some things on defense, you can see Etiwanda being competitive in the playoffs this year.
I agree. Just one more win is what they need, and they may have a date with the playoffs. So 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Upland is setting up for that extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good. Etiwanda was there, though. They were definitely there.
Yeah, and what you want to, what you want to do right now is you want to make sure that you come out of this game no injuries. Number one, you want to be competitive, and you want to make sure that you don't make any mistakes that are going to cost you long term as well, obviously. And right now the coaches are meeting before the kickoff, and right now the clock is still a normal clock.
Right.
We're at 5:54
in the third
quarter. And I don't know and I was just asking generally, I don't know what constitutes a running clock. I don't know if there's a certain number that does that, but at this point we are on the standard clock. So
Etiwanda is setting up, and they have their players deep, and they're ready to return this this kickoff after the touchdown score. So at 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go, like we just mentioned, Etiwanda will get a shot to respond, and let's see how they can respond. They had a big play on defense, the pick six. So they have some positive things. They moved the ball on offense. We'll see what they can do. Number 82, Nico Bousquet, gets the ball. He's at the 5-yard line. He's at the 10-yard line on that kickoff return. So he gets the ball out to about the 10-yard line. I don't know if because you can get better field position if you want to just let that dribble into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just a testament to the team speed of Upland.
Yeah.
They just get up to that field on that kickoff return so quickly. And another thing that I'm really impressed with what they do in terms of getting up the field, they stay in the lane. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that Etiwanda, they have to really work on, because the lane management, you're supposed to stay in that lane all the way up the field. But that's something definitely.
Well, they are a baseline league, so they better stay in their lane. So 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go, Etiwanda gets the ball, 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. So Tommy McDonald, like we said, he's in the game, and it looks like that was a slant that was taken. It was picked off by number 9, and number 9 gets it. And let's see, number 9 for Upland, and that's going to be Taven Ford, and Taven Ford is a sophomore. Had no problem catching that ball right there, and the Eagles are definitely, you could tell Coach, he's a little perturbed. And you think Etiwanda was at the 10-yard line, and with that was they're at the doorstep now. They're in the red zone. They're at the 5-yard line now.
Yeah, that's tough. This is. I mean, you already don't give them any help, but to give them that kind of help is very, very difficult.
Right. So it's going to be 1st and 10. And it's like they still have, I think we still have Baldwin coming out. Yeah, and right now it's difficult because, what you want right now is, that was a tough pass. Mm-hmm. That pass right there on that slant, because just as the same thing, if you overthrow it, there's a safety or a DB right there. And it's jet sweep. They give it to number 2, and number 2 walks into the end zone, and that's going to be LaShawn Potts. And LaShawn Potts comes in there. He's a senior wide receiver, obviously extremely capable of running the football, and took it in. Did he score? Yes. It looks like they're having a huddle here, so I don't know if he scored or not. Let's see what the call is on there. Oh, I see a flag on the play. Yeah. It's sitting, the flag's right there on the goal line, and it looks like one of the Eagle players gave it to the referee. That's usually in the nature of holding, but let's see what the call is. They did call holding. So a baseline thriller. This game was, contrary to the score, this game was a battle for first place. But Upland has shown the community why they are 8-0, and with an unblemished record, they came in here and just really put on a performance tonight. 8-0, and that's saying a lot in the mighty baseline. Oh, yeah. I mean, they blanked teams out, several teams. Right. So 5 minutes and 33 seconds ago, it was holding, and Upland, they hand the ball off tackle. What a run. That's effort right there. Right. Wow. That was effort right there. And that was Tyven Ford on that play. Number 2? Now, Tyven is a sophomore. So now we're looking at 2nd and 5. Yeah, second and goal from the 5-yard line. Yes, sir. So we have Baldwin in the shotgun. Hands the ball off. Wow. He hands it off to Jones. I mean, I don't know how many touchdowns he has tonight as he high steps into the end zone. And now that's going to put them up. So right now we have a score pending the extra point, 69-21. And it looks like we're getting a final score on that Dodgers game, so now people don't have to flip the chances back and forth. And it looks like the Dodgers are going to be down 2-1 in the World Series to the Houston Astros. And you had Darvish out there. Yeah, and they said he got smacked around pretty good. So
That makes you I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Right.
They were really putting a lot of faith and a lot of stake in Hugh Darvers because prior to this, Hill got pulled out early, and so they thought Darvers was going to come in there and do something big, but apparently not.
They just don't lose at home.
They don't. But yeah, so right now we just had a kick. The kick has made the game 70-21, and Upland dominant in the second, really dominant in this game. Come out in the second half, really just picking up where they left off.
So as you said, with 4 minutes and 47 seconds to go, we're looking at a score of 70-21. That these visiting Upland Scouts are here. They are everything what we thought they would be.
Yes, indeed. As well as the quarterback, as good as advertised. So yeah, Upland's going to be. Yeah, they're putting people on notice. And again, as we were talking about, these kids are soft. I mean, these are juniors. So Coach Davis and these Eagles are going to have to see them again around the corner.
So now the kickoff is filled at once again it's at the 10, and it looks like this is Nico Bousquet, and it looks like he brings the ball out. Decent return this time.
Hell yeah.
He brought the ball out to just shy of the 30-yard line.
And that's what you want. I mean, if you can get the ball to the 30 every time in a game of interest, you'll take that.
Right. And I stand corrected. That was actually number 85 on that return. And number 85 is going to be Christian Gonzalez.
He's a tight end, actually. He got in on the kickoff. So I don't know if they maybe were trying to get him some extra motivation, or maybe they were planning on a short kick. But nonetheless, it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
And as we said, we had a change at quarterback. So Tommy McDonald is back in the game. He's in the shotgun. He has his running back with him. He has two receivers to his right, two to his left. They fake the quarterback keeper, and they hand the ball off. Let's see what number that is. Khalil Jackson, number 20.
And one of the things you've noticed when they don't have Starks in the game is that they really key in, they being the Upland Scouts, really key in on the ball carrier. And they showed that right there. I mean, really big hit, and they were able to take the Etiwanda Eagles back roughly about 3 yards in that play.
Right. So now you're looking at 2nd and 13 for the Etiwanda Eagles with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So on that play, we had a keeper there. Actually, no, that was a handoff once again to number 20 for Etiwanda, and number 20 is going to be Caleb Jackson. So you're looking at 3rd and about 8 to go with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go here.
Yeah, and right now what you want to do is and obviously they have the backup quarterback in right now, so they're just trying to see if he can give them some positive plays.
Right. And it looks like that was a comeback route, and it was just an incomplete play on there. So now you're looking at 4th down, and we'll see what they're going to do. It looks like the punter is coming out.
Yeah, this has to be, and I don't really know what the thought process is for the with the Eagles right now. I know they're thinking right in there. They're going to send they're going to send the punting team in. So
I think in this part of the field you have to send them.
Yeah, no question. Well, especially the way that, because to the Upland football team, they haven't taken their quarterback out yet. So
right.
He's still in there, chucking the ball like it's first quarter.
Right, and like we said, with 2 minutes and 26 seconds ago, the clock is still running. So it looks like we do have a running clock now with the score of 70-21. Upland.
Was that an incomplete pass?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good call. So if that's the case, it must be, because we're close to a 50-point deficit.
And it looks like they almost got that punt.
They might have got a piece of it.
And it dribbles down to, it's a great punt, takes an And it looks, and we have a
You got to be careful there.
Yes, we do.
And what happens is a lot of times when this happens is what you have. And again, it looks like when these situations happen, everybody has to take a knee. But it looks like there's a little bit of a skirmish out there, and you have to be careful. You know what I mean? Because again, unfortunately, when you're a player and you react to somebody's, to somebody's poor judgment, they generally get you.
Right. They do. They do.
Yeah. So they're talking to him right now. They're trying to wrap their arms around him. The referees are huddling up. I don't know who they're going to get or what they're going to get yet. Still being debated.
So we'll see what the call is.
Oh, looks like he's kicked out the game. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to kick. One of the Etiwanda players has been ejected. Coach Davis is huddling up the team right now, and I'm sure he's going to address that because you don't want that to happen.
No, you do not, because like you said, that will affect you in the next game.
There's no question, and I know that the kids when you're boosted up on adrenaline and you're 16, 17 years old, it's difficult to have that mindset, but you have to play for something bigger.
Yeah, yes, you do. So we have about 1 minute and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It looks like both of the coaching staffs are pulling their teams together and telling them, let's just keep this under control, guys.
Yeah, and what they did was, even though the clock is running, they did stop the clock just to make sure they addressed this, which is good.
And that's the biggest thing. It's all about sportsmanship.
No question about it.
And you can see once the player is walking off the field, we'll see what. I know there was a kid that's from Upland as well.
Yeah. And that's interesting. I don't know when you get ejected like that, they want you to go to the locker room. Wow.
Even at the high school level.
Even at the high school level.
Yeah.
So he's going for an early shower. While the team comes back in there, he'll have his street clothes on. And this is the part right here where the Eagles, you have to keep focused. Even though you're losing the game, and there's been a quick delay in the game, but they're going to bring both the teams back now. But one of the things you want to do is you want to keep your wits about yourself because you have to keep your head in the football game.
Right.
And again, like I said, you're playing for something bigger. You have to be trying to prepare for next week. Right. And this is still an important football game.
Right. So now the clock is back up and running. So once we said it's score is 70-21. Upland it's a quarterback. Looks like a keeper.
And let's see if they brought in a different quarterback. And they may have. I don't know yet. We're still looking.
A traditional huddle.
And they do have a backup quarterback, and it looks like it's number 16.
Number 16
and 16 for them is going to be Evan Rowe.
Yes,
a sophomore quarterback.
And number 20, that running back, that is
27. That's going to be Marcus Brown. He's a senior running back, getting some time tonight.
Right. So it looks like that's going to be just about the end of your third quarter. So the score is 70-21 going into the fourth quarter.
And right now, just kind of let everybody know, if you guys want to get up to the minute scores on Inland Empire High School sports, whether it's football, basketball, volleyball, you can get up to the minute scores at iesportsnet.com. That's Sportsnet.com, and you can always hear Coach B and Eternal live on Fox Sports 1350 every Saturday at 8 o'clock.
And so we're going into the fourth quarter. We have 12 minutes left in the game. It looks like it was a running clock. The score is 70-21. The visiting Upland Scouts, now that you have flip of the field, They're headed north on your radio dial, and it is a pitch to number 27. Like you said, he's a senior, and he's running hard. He's running hard for those Scouts. And like you said, that is Marcus Brown.
Marcus Brown got around that corner and got an easy 10 yards on that. And I know you could just see the look on Coach Davis' face. He's trying to find that safety, and he's telling him, you got to get up and make that play. Right now. And when you're a safety, that is your job. You got to get up there, especially a strong safety. You got to get up there. You got to make some noise.
You are the last line of defense out there. So we're looking at 1st and 10 with 11 minutes and 27 seconds to go. The ball is on the 38-yard line. So now we have a handoff to number 17 on that edge. And, boy, could he get to that edge. Number 17 is going to be Matthew Villa. What a run for him.
That was a really good run. He's a receiver. He's actually a senior receiver. And again, this shows you how stacked these teams are, and what Upland is. They just have players all across the board that can come in and contribute. Seniors, sophomores, doesn't matter.
Right. So now we're looking at their quarterback. Once again, we said their quarterback is up, and he is pushing that team. That number 14, he pitches the ball out to number 34. It looks like they are moving the ball.
Yes, Jonathan Mondragon. Interesting. What a last name. Mondragon. And Mr. Mondragon is a sophomore for the Scouts. And right now, it looks like, again, that as you mentioned, that clock is running. I think 10-14. That's supposed to be the fourth quarter, correct?
We are in the fourth quarter.
We're in the fourth quarter. So we are in the fourth quarter with roughly about 10 minutes to go, but we are at a running clock.
And they pitch it. What a pitch that is on that jet.
It's almost like a
handed off to number 81, and he is determined to get into that end zone. They just stopped him just before the end zone, and that's going to be Chris Simmons. He is a junior wide receiver.
Yeah, that's, as you mentioned, it's almost like an end around, or what's that play that you have when you run that? It's almost like it's like a
shuffle pass.
Yeah, but it's like a chest pass to the end coming around, and they run that with perfection.
And indeed they do. And the quarterback, and they pitch it out to that edge, and they are. And that's there's a flag on the play, number 27.
Marcus Brown.
Right. And the quarterback is Keenan Ferdinand. He's come in, and he has spelled David Baldwin. He is a senior. So we'll see how he looks good out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can look good as you want to, but this kid Baldwin, who's a junior out there for the Scouts, there's good, and then there's spectacular.
Right.
And then there's Baldwin.
Right.
And, this kid is impressive.
Right.
And if I read my notes correct, number 10, who's not even playing tonight, Justin Flo, he's a sophomore. That's the kid they're talking about, the standout linebacker for them.
And there's a handoff, and he just gets, and there, Brown gets right back into the end zone. After it is a touchdown on that play.
Yep.
And the quarterback was number 16, and it's Evan Rowe, and he is a sophomore.
Yeah, he let Marcus Brown run that football in. And it does look like that was going to be a touchdown. So we have right now, as it stands, we have a score 76-21. And even though Etiwanda Upland called off the dogs, the new dogs they brought in are hungry too.
Yes, they are. And that's the thing. When you're the backup, they want to get in the end zone as well.
Oh, yeah.
So with 7 minutes and 53 seconds to go, we have the running clock. We're almost done for the night.
It looks like they're trying to get the hole together, and there it goes.
And it is up.
And it's good.
And it is good. While we have a break in the action, since we have a running clock, let me make sure I get these in
there.
You
want to get those?
The Etiwanda Eagles Booster Club wants to thank the hat, the world-famous pastrami, since 1951, located in greater L.A. area, Rancho Cucamonga, Upland, and now Murrieta. The Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for 12 years with over 30 years of National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. The Poke Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga. Tough Sheds, Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981. Patterson Realty Group, a part of Nationwide Realty Executives. Steve Patterson can be reached at 909-904-3090. That's 909-904-3090. And Janice Rutherford.
Hey, Janice.
San Bernardino County Supervisor. When this broadcast needed help, Janice Rutherford stepped in and saved the day for us.
And you know, and I know this is a difficult game for the Etiwanda Eagles faithful. But you know, one thing that you can these Eagles have come a long way. This is a long way in the short time that you and I've seen them. But again, they still have a huge game next week. They win that game next week. They're in third place in the Baseline League, which is nothing to balk at.
Right. I agree. And Etiwanda gets the kickoff. They're at the 10. They're at the 15. They're at the 20. They're at the 25. And that's a nice return there for Etiwanda. And that's number 20 for Etiwanda. And number 20 is Caleb Jackson.
Caleb Jackson, a good job of getting up the field. Got across the field quickly and was able to get his feet going upfield. Good gain of yardage for the Eagles.
Right. So now we're looking at 1st and 10 for Etiwanda with 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
And the clock is ticking.
It is ticking. And you have Tommy McDonald in the shotgun as a low snap. But
he did the James Brown out there.
Yeah, that was a rough looking slide. And that's number 35 for Etiwanda, and that's going to be Tyree Miles. He's only a sophomore.
Tyree Miles, a sophomore running back, coming in spelling for Lawrence Stark.
And this is going to be great experience for him in this game.
Yeah, no question about it. You want that experience. It doesn't matter if it's garbage time or not. You still want that experience. I know I personally never got it in my senior year. I don't know about you.
I did not.
Okay.
So we're looking at Tommy McDonald in the shotgun, and like we said, we have number 35 in the backfield. And nice little run.
Oh, yeah.
For Tyree Miles.
He put his head down and said, hey, next year I'm available.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're looking at 3rd down and about 7 with 4 minutes to go here from Etiwanda Eagles Stadium in the city of Rancho Cucamonga.
And if you hear some things moving in the background, that's the Upland coaching staff. They're making their way down the field.
So Etiwanda's got their play. They're coming up to the line of scrimmage. Tommy's in the shotgun. He has Tyree Miles in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff, and he's going deep. He's got a man. He has got a man.
He just dropped it.
He had a man. Boy, did he have a man. And they said that was number 81 for Etiwanda.
And that's going to be Aaron Williams, a junior wide receiver. Got too excited and took his eyes off it. That happens a lot.
And that was a big play. He would have walked into the end zone.
No question about it. But that happens more than you think because it takes you got to concentrate all the way through.
Right.
You got to bring the ball in and then run.
Right.
The thought. Some people just think, hey, the ball's in the air. All I got to do is run under it. No, you got to catch it and bring it in and do something with it.
And you're listening to the Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week with Coach B.
And eternal when it comes to Inland Empire Sports. You know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
So now we're looking at 2 minutes and 49 seconds ago. This game is starting to wind itself down. Upland Scouts came in, and boy, were they dominant all the way through. The score now, they're up 77-21 over the home Etiwanda Eagles. Etiwanda's going south on the radio dial. And it looks like they're coming. They tried to block that. What a punt. Yes, it's at the 50, takes the Etiwanda bounce to the 40, to about it drops at about the 39-yard line. So that turned out to be a really good punt.
Yes, it was. Yeah, because he puts a lot of spin. There's a lot of movement on the ball when he kicks it. So that means when it hits the ground, it's going to go roll a little bit. And every time it's hit the ground and rolled, it's always had an Etiwanda bounce. So the kicker's doing his job.
That it does. So you have 2 minutes to go. and Upland's going to get the ball. Like we said, there was a change at quarterback, and it looks like they changed the quarterback and their running backs as well. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
No.
They have such a presence over this offense.
Oh, yeah.
And the quarterback is number 16. And number 16 for Upland is going to be Evan Rowe. And he hands the ball off to number 34, and that's going to be Jalen Party.
And just think about this. You have a senior backup quarterback that's coming in and backing up your junior who's an all-everything quarterback. So you're just not missing a beat if you're Upland.
You are not. So now you're looking at 2nd and 5. The ball is just north of the 50, and he had a lane. Boy, did he have a lane. And that's going to be Jason Mondragon. What a lane he had. Or Jonathan Mondragon, yes.
Very, very capable contributor for the Upland Scots.
1st and 10. The ball is now at about the 42-yard line.
And 40 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like they won't even hike this one. It looks like they're
going to let this one
they're going to go
into
victory formation right now. So they're going to start exchanging pleasantries here. The coaches are going to talk about their boathouses, and we'll get prepared for that last week of regular season football. Big game coming up, Coach B, for the Etiwanda Eagles. So they have nothing that they can't hang their head right now. They're going to have to go in there. They're going to have to get this out of the memory bank and get ready for the Damien team. They're coming really, really ready to go.
I agree. So that's going to be the end of the game here. What a game it was. It was what we expected it to be. It was a game we knew that Upland was a powerhouse. We knew they were strong. So it was something that we indeed expected tonight. Any last and final notes before we head out of here?
No, this has been a really good game, and hats off to the Etiwanda faithful, hats off to the Etiwanda staff, the faculty, and it really has been a really good regular season, and hopefully we can keep this thing going for the playoffs.
The final regular home season game of the year. We will see how Etiwanda does next week when they they travel to Damien High School to take them on. So along with my co-host, Eternal, I am Coach B, saying so long from Etiwanda Eagle Stadium located in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, reminding you that tonight's score was Etiwanda 21, the Upland visiting Scouts 77. Have a wonderful night, all.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.